All right, y'all, we here. About to get started. All right, we're going to go ahead and sign in. All right. Starting off saying, Call halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. That's all praises be unto Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, the man that the world ignorantly calls Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Right? We are San Antonio Masada, or the Fortress. Right? If you know Hebrew, you know our name. If not, you know it in English. But we are out here to preach the word, the gospel, to the Israelites, who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And I'm not talking about mestizos, right? Those who have a basically a so-called European father, right? Because you are who your father is. We are out here to preach to the Israelites, to let them know that they are God's chosen, and to repent and come back to their God and keep the commandments. White man's going into slavery. Can't happen soon enough. But my lesson today is war with the brick is here. See, again, we've been telling our people for a long time that prophecy is about to unfold, and most of our people ignored us. But you're seeing prophecy unfold according to the Bible day by day. And I don't know if y'all saw that response from Dmitry Medvedev, right? One of Putin's lapdogs. And I'm going to tell you that person, if y'all get rid of Putin, y'all better cry to whatever God you believe in, because his lapdogs, they already have wanted to push the button on America. Right. Dmitry Medvedev literally said, "Long live nuclear weapons." I repeat, he literally said, "Long live nuclear weapons." And he said any nation that wants to stand tall and be independent of America's rulership and oppression, they need nuclear weapons and as strong an army as they can possibly raise. And on the other side of Putin is a man named Sergei Lavrov. That's the man that when the Ukrainian conflict began, he wanted to completely steamroll Ukraine and kill all the opposition. It was Putin who said, "Hey, don't do that. They're still our people." And wouldn't you know it, CIA-backed Ukraine is trying to assassinate Vladimir Putin. Why? I do not understand. Why would you do that when he's the one holding back the tide of all those nuclear armaments that they want to hit you with?
Yeah, on that Rush Hour 1, that little tiny push the button.
Yeah, man, that little girl from Rush Hour, man, saying push the goddamn button. But see, most of y'all here in America, y'all are not aware of these things because y'all are blissfully living here in Babylon. Your leaders have told you that America's going to be great again. Can you pull up that fire in Colorado that's going on right now? Major fire broke out. You're not going to hear anything about it. The floods that are still going on in California and in Oregon and in Washington, because that atmospheric river is just going up and down, water in the area. It's so bad that they can't even tell you how many people are missing yet. But most of you don't know about it because you are blissfully unaware here in Babylon. But see, don't worry about it. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who can't get your head out the white man's ass, you're going to pay for it with your lives. You got it? Yeah, buddy. As of January 2nd, more than 100 firefighters battled a 5-alarm blaze Friday evening as it tore through a 3-story apartment complex under construction in southeast Denver, officials said. Right? And actually, there's a major fire going on. Yeah, that's one of them. Oh, yeah. Look at this. And I'm gonna put it up to the camera. Where is it at? Right there? We got 3 just right there on the screen. Right? Come on. Bam. That's right there. Right? And all you gotta do is just scroll down. Just look up fires in Colorado, and you will see that there is a laundry list of fires going on right now in Colorado. Got time for the Bible, Elder? Now it says, see again, to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I don't know what you expect from your Most High God. I don't know what you expect. Y'all expect all these magical miracles like you've seen in movies like Harry Potter. When Christ told you that you will get no sign aside from the prophet Jonas. Most of y'all thought he was talking about Jonas Venture from the Venture Bros, because you don't read the Bible. The prophet Jonah was sent to Nineveh to tell them to either repent or die.
Right.
And that is the same sign that you're being given, Israelite man and woman, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in this hemisphere, because we're spread to all nations on the planet. But let's start this lesson off. Brother, can you get me 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1 through 6? We always bring it out, but it bears repeating. The son of perdition is being revealed. Right? While Nicolas Maduro was trying to negotiate with America, completely willing to trade with oil, trade with precious metals, to open his nation up, to have America come in and take those resources, America double-crossed him and went and kidnapped him and his family. But see, if you read the Bible, the son of perdition is being revealed. You come up here, Mr. White Man. Why would I come down there when I'm actively preaching? Yep, and then the white man goes, oh, you guys are just crazy. Meanwhile, his dumb ass was sitting there until I called him out. You're going into slavery, Mr. Cartwright, and it cannot happen soon enough. Go ahead and get it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us. As the day of Christ is at hand, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself of all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
You sisters got time for the Bible today? If y'all are Native Hispanic, just know y'all Israelites, y'all are princesses of Zion. Keep God's laws. Right? Because as we just heard, according to Paul's letters to his second letter to the Thessalonians, the man of sin, the son of perdition, had to be revealed. And until that man would be revealed, prophecy would continue to play out. And there had to be a falling away first. You have to understand, when Yahushua, or the man y'all call Christ, performed his miracles, was crucified and resurrected and taken up in a so-called chariot or whirlwind, there were many, many people who believed, who had absolute zealous faith. But that's why prophecy had to play out, and there had to be a falling away first. And we're going to get into that. See, the brother's talking about the world following after the beast. Oh yeah, we're getting into that. Most of our lesson is Daniel and Revelation today. Because see, most of you don't understand what just happened with America attacking Venezuela. Most of you don't know who the brick is, or the four carpenters. And ain't it ironic? How do you spell brick? B-R-I-C. No K on there. Ain't it ironic? And most of you are thinking, well, Venezuela starts with a V. If you knew the name of the Venezuelan army, you'd think different. Can you look that up for me, brother? The name of the Venezuelan army. See, these things are extremely important because, see, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you're already on borrowed time. That's why every time you walk around these cities, you see brothers like us telling you to return to God and repent. Learn that there's more than 10 commandments. Homosexuality is a commandment in the Bible. You're not supposed to be a homosexual. It is not part of the 10. Y'all believe in the Bible, brother? Yes? What tribe you from in it before you go? Do you know? Are you Mexican? You're from the tribe of Issachar. Issachar means he who is hired. Who are the hardest working people on the planet? Mexican people, hands down. The Bible also says that Issachar saw that rest was good. What do you like to do in the middle of a work day? Take a siesta. It also says that you would be a crouching donkey between two burdens. Where's Mexico located? Between North America and Central and South America. Being pulled in two different directions, housing an immigration crisis at any given time. Not to mention, one of the largest diasporas in the world are the Mexican people. Why? Because every nation needs their work ethic. See, again, that's why we're out here, to let our people know to repent. And also to let our enemies know that all the slavery, all the rape, robbery, and murder is about to be returned unto you twofold.
Right.
See, I can't wait for the day where we see old Edomites walking to the cotton field just like that, going, I'm too old for this shit. I can't wait. How you brothers doing today? Got time for the Bible? You don't want to learn that you a prince in Zion and not a princess? See, again, that's why we out here, to let our people know to return to the God that gave you all those marvelous talents, to be the envy of the world. See, again, now the Most High God is revealing who the evil people are on the planet, and y'all are still trying to blend in. Not understanding that if you insist on remaining conjoined unto your enemy, you will die alongside him. But brother, can you get me Isaiah 32 and 5 through 8? Because with the revealing of the evil, with the revealing of the wicked, the son of perdition, the liberal shall no longer be called, or the churl, or the stingy shall no longer be called liberal. The wicked shall no longer be called good. See, let's see it in the Bible, because this is something very prophetic.
Is that just 5 or 5 before?
Give me 5-3.
It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand.
Now, when you hear the words liberal and churl, liberal meaning generous, churl meaning stingy. Stingy to the point of wickedness. For instance, every time you drive down here to San Antonio, and you see the homeless people sitting under the bridge, some of you are even related to these people. And I've had the liberty or the disservice of working for the city of San Antonio, so I know they allocate millions of dollars for the homeless that they do not give to them. They pay themselves that money. But again, they'll call that a liberal policy, but yet it's stingy and churl in its implementation. How you doing, brother? Are you Native Hispanic by chance? Are you Native Hispanic, brother? What are you?
Why, bro?
Well, what's your father?
Hispanic?
There it is. You're Hispanic, brother. Yeah, thank your father. That's why you got all them physical gifts, brother.
I live white coat,
Yeah, but we judge you by who you are, brother. It's not about your color. All right, King? Be safe out here, man. See, he tried to hide, but you can't hide the salt and the swag, man. You can't hide it. And plus, where you think you got that hair from? See, again, everybody wants to claim having thick, wavy, or curly hair, and then claim to be white. See, that's why I look at you and go, who are you really? Because you ain't going to hide around me. I'm going to get the truth.
Flavor for the Savior.
Hey, look, the flavor for the savor. And the world savors our presence. Like, don't ever get it twisted. They might tell you to go back to Africa, go back to Mexico, but when you try to leave, what do? No, you can't get no passport. That'll be 20 billion bajillion bucks. All of a sudden, it's a hurdle that you can't get over to leave. And not to mention, in case any of y'all are wondering, now it's harder than ever to get a travel visa to leave. Because now the West African nations, they've imposed a travel ban on America. Central American countries are imposing a travel ban on America. Now South American countries are imposing a travel ban on America. Hey, did y'all know that Canada is imposing a travel ban on America? So America saying all these things about, oh yeah, you can't get a passport, you can't leave. Well, it's because nobody wants you.
And how that's going to work with the manner with the freight that goes to and from, if that's going to affect that as well.
How you doing, brother? Got time for the Bible?
Sorry.
All right, man. Thou sayest. See, and the thing is, most of y'all don't even realize a significant portion of your electrical power in the north comes from Canada. Why you think you're having all them blackouts? See, we're not saying this stuff just to have a jibe at the so-called white man. It's to let you know the kingdom is falling. It's to inform you to return to your people so that when the Messiah is finally sent for you, you can be worthy to be saved. Because the so-called white man's going into slavery. He ain't being saved from nothing.
Right?
They're the Edomites, the first and chief enemy of the Most High God. Read Psalms 83 if you don't believe me.
The only thing he's being saved from is from himself.
Yeah, the only thing he could be possibly saved from is himself. When you look at destroying the environment, who's doing that? I wonder. How about child molestation? Who's trafficking all these kids? I wonder.
It starts in their own house.
Look at the nation of Israel. Per capita, they have the most pedophiles out of any nation on the planet. But yet they're supposed to be the children of God somehow. These are just examples of things that as blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you need to know. Because these are signs of the end. They're signs that the real Israelites are not in the land. And with the end, you know the ultimate sign that the Messiah is coming back to gather the Israelites and to put them back in the land. All of these things are important. Hence why we read in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. The wicked is being revealed. The son of perdition is being exposed. But see, to any of us who just look around and look at people's behavior, it's not a surprise that these Edomites are being exposed for how wicked they are. What type of people would throw your baby to an alligator just so he can have a new pair of boots? I'd say the wicked that the Bible's talking about. What type of people would cut a baby out of a woman's womb because she won't worship an image of a white Christ, and while she's still alive, step on the baby and kill it? I wonder. See, again, the white man shakes his head, but that's your history. That's you. What woman would kill a baby in the crib simply because that woman gave birth to a baby from the slave master? A white woman would. Hence why you had the Casual Killing Act, to protect the white woman from killing blacks and Hispanic babies. And you should read that law sometime. It justifies killing a slave if that slave refuses to listen. But what if that slave is so young that they can't even understand what you're saying? But see, they use those types of laws to justify their brutality. How you doing, brother? If you're Native Hispanic, just know you're a king, all right? Keep God's commandments. You an Israelite. But brother, can you get me Jeremiah 32 and 26 through 27? Because some of y'all might be questioning, how is America going to be brought down? This titan of a nation. That's impossible. That can't happen. Let's see. Is there anything too hard for God? Let's see. Hold on, after this, brother. How you doing, brother? Got time for the Bible today? Couple minutes? All right, brother. Thou sayest, man. See, Deuteronomy 7 and 6 says, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people." See, and because y'all take God for granted, eventually he's going to reduce the effectiveness of you being above all people. You're going to get caught up and you're going to die in Babylon. And it's not going to matter how many muscles you have, how fast you might be, or how strong you might be. So I'm going to tell you, when somebody drops a missile on your neighborhood, you can't bench press the blast. Last time I checked, all you boxers out here, because I know there's a lot of you fighters who run this path, which is cool, but you're not going to be able to bob, duck, and weave a nuclear missile. See, and that's why we're trying to tell our people to repent while they can. But brother, go ahead and get it.
They're not in the glass, and you get the fall out. That's right. Die slow.
Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 26. Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah, saying, Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me?
And there is nothing too hard for God. Hence why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have survived all the brutality of these wretched people. Nothing is too hard for God. Nothing. Including the downfall of these people. See, again, some of y'all are thinking, look at America flex their muscle. America just signed their own death warrant. Because most of y'all don't even know the interests that have a vested interest, I'll say that, in Venezuela. You're talking about America's big bad enemies, China and Russia. Where do you think they're getting their oil from? Their precious metals like columbite or tantalum. See, they have cell phones, computers, and technology too. And they need all the things that come out of Colombia, all the things that come out of Venezuela. But see, most of you are not familiar with these things, so you're thinking America is just kicking around another little, a smaller nation that's inferior and can't fight back. Most of y'all don't understand that America couldn't even defeat Vietnam. They couldn't defeat Korea. They had to reach a stalemate. Remember the 38th parallel? See, most of y'all don't know these things because you're not reading. And because you're not reading, the prophecies of the Bible, they go right over your head. But brother, go ahead and get it.
That's topic 27, right? Is that it? Yeah. Jeremiah 32, 26 to 27.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's the next thing you want?
Yes, get me Daniel 7 and 1 through 9. Because we're about to go into the prophecy as we know it. Just a little bit. Not too specific. Because see, most of y'all have read some of these end time prophecies and you skimmed right over it because you didn't understand any of it. What do you mean? A beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. What's that? Better skip to John 3 and 16. What do you mean a bear raised up on one side with 3 ribs in its mouth? Better go to Galatians 3 and 28. See, again, these things were very important. But see, now that things are playing out, they're easy to explain because you can see it. Go ahead and get it.
You said 1 through 9?
Yes, sir.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. And I beheld till the wings there were plucked. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
Now, if you look up the animal for the Babylonians, can you look that up for me? Right, the Babylonian, I think they call it a griffin, but yeah, just look up the Babylonian, I guess, animal like with the body of a lion and the head of a man. Right? And most of the time, that it's going to have eagle's wings, it's going to have a head of a man and the body of a lion. We know that to be the animal that represents Babylon. So this beast is supposed to represent the kingdom of Babylon. It's coming and it's going. And it being lifted up and a heart being placed into it, the heart of a man, that happened to Nebuchadnezzar when he was made likened unto a beast for a duration of time. And then the Most High God had mercy on him and allowed him to go back to his people with some sense. 1 second. There it is. I'm going to show it to the camera. I know it's a little hard to see it, but hopefully you can see it enough. Yeah, I can see it, so I know y'all can. Right? So that's how we know that that's Babylon. And if you check out the ancient iconography and the archaeology surrounding Babylon, you'll see that exact figure, well, not that exact one, but figures like it, right, on their walls, on their pottery or their ostraconology, Look it up. You know what I'm saying? But these things let us know what kingdom that we're dealing with. Keep going.
Verse 5, and behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh.
So we know after the Babylonians came the Persians and the Medes. Hence why it has 3 ribs in its mouth. 3 kings, and the bear represents the actual Persians. Because the Medes were the lesser nation out of the 2. Again, these things are very important to know because this is the timeline to the end. So you had the Babylonians get taken down by the Persians and Medes. Let's keep going.
Verse 6, after this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
So you had a beast likened unto a leopard, and yet it had 4 wings. Well, what leopard-inspired leader do we know of? Alexander the Greek. And after Alexander the Greek was arguably killed or assassinated, or he died of some STI, whatever, after he died, you then had his tetrarchs stand up in his place, 4 generals that put crowns on their own heads. And if you read Maccabees, 1 Maccabees chapter 1, evils were multiplied in the earth when they did that, which shouldn't surprise you at all, right? And that's one of the dangers of your lieutenants coming into power, because they don't have a circumspective grasp on power, right? So now you have the Greeks coming into power after the Persians and Medes. Keep going, brother.
Verse 7, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
So now when you look at the Roman Empire, not only were they one of the first nations to implement iron weapons, but they would conscript the men of all the nations which they conquered. See, that's why it would stamp down a nation and then consume the residue of it. See, again, this is what you need to know to break these prophecies down. See, that's why when Philip was sent to the Ethiopian eunuch while he was reading the prophet Isaiah, and he asked that eunuch, hey, you know what you're reading? He said, how could I except some man teach me? Most of you are reading the Bible blindly, not having a clue what any of this stuff means. And as a result, you don't know what times you live in. Keep going, brother.
Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns, plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
So when you look at the prophecy of the 10 horns, there's sub-prophecies that go along with it. Because you have 3 horns that are subdued by 1 little horn. That sub-prophecy is in Zechariah 1. We're going to get that later. So we're going to break down these 10 horns, because really the 10 horns, you could just surmise it as the 10 common markets of Europe, otherwise known as the EU 10, or the EC 10, the European Community 10. It's the precursor to the EU in 1981. How you doing, brother? Got time for the Bible? All right, man, thou says. See again, man. But you've never heard a pastor break down any of this stuff, or even try to touch on it. But our people will sit their asses in the church, not understand what's going on, hand money over thinking that that's what's going to purge their sins, when those are called indulgences. Right? That's a Catholic principle. Pay money to get out of trouble.
The Bible says nothing about paying money to cleanse your sins. It's paid by blood.
Yeah, that's nowhere in the Bible. You just hand over a couple of bucks and the Most High God stops leaning on you so hard. Nowhere in the Bible. But see, again, that's why brothers like us are out here. To let you know, if you intend to truly serve God, this is what you need to do. And the first thing you got to do is keep the commandments. That's why Christ said in Luke 6:46, I keep saying it now on repeat, why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Well, what did Christ tell you to do? One of the things that he told you to do was to observe and follow the commandments of those who sit in Moses' seat. Matthew 23:1. Another thing he also told you is that the least in the kingdom of heaven will be those who break the least of the commandments and teach men so.
Right.
So again, why call Christ Lord, Lord, and do not the things which he told you? That Doug said, right? I say it every week, man. We be up here spitting, man, and you niggas so hard-headed, bro. But that's okay, because judgment is coming. You got it, brother. Keep going. There it is. All praises. All praises to the Most High God. See, again, man, we want to see our people succeed, but we want you to succeed where God told you it matters, and that's keeping his commandments. See, and I'll never pass up an opportunity to exhort one of my brothers to go further and do more. That's one of the things that we were told to do, to support one another, to love one another. But see, when did your pastor tell you that that's only for your people? He told you that's for everybody, when everybody don't need it. But, brother, can you get me 1 Corinthians 14:5? And then Jeremiah 23:32. Because what we're out here doing right now is we're out here prophesying. Right? We're reading the prophecies of the Bible and we're trying to break it down to y'all as best we can.
Jeremiah 14 and 32.
1 Corinthians 14:5.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 23:32. Yes, sir. Right? See, it's an honor to prophesy. That's why so many of y'all don't understand what you're even endeavoring for. You think you went to church and you got the spirit and you spoke in gibberish and rolled on the ground a little bit, and you think God's dealing with you. Let's see what Paul has to say about that.
They shake For real, man.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 5. I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied, for greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying.
So to those of y'all saying that, hey, I spoke in tongues, that's a badge of my faith to God. Unless someone is there to interpret what you're saying, it would be best that you put your hand over your mouth and be quiet. Paul said he would much rather you prophesy than you speak in tongues. Especially if there's no one there to translate what you're saying. Now, what does it mean to prophesy? To speak the things that the Most High God gave to us from the beginning, and then to break it down to the people and make it plain so that they may understand it. That is what we are out here to do. You got that in Jeremiah? All praise.
Verse 6 on that. It kind of says what you just said.
Yeah, go ahead and get it.
It's verse 6. Now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you? Except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine.
Right. So it's better to prophesy and break it down. Because see, again, most of y'all don't understand what happened in Venezuela today. We are at a turning point. See, those of y'all who watched that Marvel series Loki, when the He Who Remains, he was like, we just reached a turning point. Basically, now it's uncertain. But for us, now it's absolutely certain. Because we've been waiting on these prophecies to transpire.
Right.
And now that they're happening before our eyes, we can say with even more certainty and faith that the prophecies of the Bible, they are honest and true. They are faithful and without error. Right? Go ahead and get it.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 32.
Bring it out.
Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies and by their lightness. Yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore, Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith the Lord.
But there's a flip side to it. As much of an honor it might be to prophesy, you have to prophesy what's faithful and true. Because the Most High God said it himself through the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 23 and 32. He is against those who give false prophecy.
Right.
See, that's why we can say with absolute faith, the things going on, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians might want to wake up and start taking heed and paying attention and separating from your enemy. So I'm going to tell you, those of y'all who are getting with the sons of the slave masters, I have to question why. I'm really confused. While you are ready to head out the door, he like, hold on, honey, I got to put on sunscreen. You want lots of flavor. He's like, man, that's too strong for me. You want a well-cooked steak? He's like, man, you're burning it. I want mine red in the middle. Red enough so that there's blood on my plate at the end and I can soak it up with a roll or some bread and eat that. And I know y'all do it because I used to have roommates who did it.
I'm about to see these first burning their taste buds.
Yeah, you can't use citrus juice, can't use cayenne pepper. All of that literally burns their skin off. That's why I know you black, Hispanic, and Native Indians who want to get with the sons and daughters of slave masters, y'all hate yourselves to the nth degree. Because you're willing to compart and contort yourself into any old little thing just so that they will abide your presence.
Now you want to build with them, but they can't love themselves, so they damn sure ain't gonna love us.
Yeah. Hey, Brother Armand is spitting, man. It makes you not want to deal with them. Because if they're so warped and contorted to the point where they can't even love themselves, get me, he who is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? That brings up a really good point. If they can't even find it in themselves to love them, their own self, why would you want to associate with such a person? See, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you're the salt of the planet. You're literally the lifeblood of the world. And yes, we are scattered to many nations, and we are called many names. But as far as in this hemisphere, that's what they call us, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. And we are the salt of the earth. So why would you want to get with people who can barely put salt on anything? Go ahead and get it.
Sirach, chapter 14, verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
I forgot about that little addendum at the end. He shall not take pleasure in his goods. So you getting with your slave master just to hate life.
Right.
Now you can't even take pleasure in the common things, like eating, going outside, and just being exposed to the sun. Now you're on their time clock. You're on their itinerary. How y'all doing today?
Good, how you doing?
Doing great, doing God's work. Y'all got time for the Bible today?
What you want to read? Read a good one.
Okay, give me Matthew 5 and what is it? No, 15:24. Matthew 15:24. So I have a question. Did Christ get sent to everybody on the planet? Was he sent for everyone? Yes? What say you? Yep. Check it out.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So those were the words of Christ saying he was only sent to the Israelites. So isn't it important to know who Christ was sent for? It is. So what if I told you
Why would he not be sent for everybody? I'm trying to figure that out.
because what is salvation?
We all have sinned, fall short of glory, right? So
Have we?
people can change.
No, hold on a second. What is sin? It's the transgression of God's law. It's the transgression of his law. Who was given the law?
The Israelites.
The Israelites. So how can you transgress a law that was never given to you?
Okay, I agree with that.
Right. So the Israelites need repentance from sin, correct?
Okay.
Give me Hebrews 9, because are you a pastor or are you just well studied in the Bible?
Well studied.
What? Okay, cool. Get me Hebrews 9, because I want to show you that the blood of Christ is for the remission of the Israelite sins. Right?
So what's happened to everybody else? We just have to preach.
No. Because you got to remember, if you read Leviticus 25, we were permitted by the law to take servants from the heathen around us. So if I have a servant in my house and he's a righteous servant, then guess what? He's like a son or daughter to me. Now, you know how we're promised to have eternal life. What if you're 1,000 years old? Now you've known that generation of servants for 1,000 years. You know his great, 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 etc. Now when you look at him, you see something far greater than he knows himself to be. That's how God sees us. So our job is to be a God unto the heathen. God just means ruler, divine one, or judge, not the Most High God.
So what do you think it means in Matthew, was it 6:33? What's that talking about?
You want to read it real quick? Okay, go ahead and get it. But I'm going to get this while he goes there, right? This is Hebrews 9 and verse 12. Neither by blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood, he has entered into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. For if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of an heifer sprinkling the unclean sanctifieth to the purifying of the flesh, this is talking about how we used to get forgiveness for sin, right? How much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living thing, our living God. And for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. So this is for the redemption of those that were under the Old Testament. That's why he shed his blood. Remember when Pontius Pilate said, I wash my hands, I have nothing to do with the killing of this just man?
Right.
And we said, may his blood be upon us and our children. Because if you read in John, Caiaphas, the high priest, had already prophesied that one man dying for the nation is far more expedient than all of us perishing. So we always knew that Christ had to die for us.
So you believe in Jesus Christ?
Of course.
And you believe the Word of God is the Bible's Word?
Yeah.
What does that mean right there? Which one? 6:30.
Yeah, let's get it.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
What does that mean to me?
Yeah.
Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 25. Because what is righteousness? It's keeping God's laws. And we're going to get that in Deuteronomy 6 and 25.
Okay. Now all things else we added.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, and as he hath commanded us.
What about Mark 13:10 then?
Go ahead and get it.
Yeah, that's true. I want to see how it ties together because he focused on the righteousness of it. I focus on the task. The task is to what he's about to read right now.
Sure, let's get it.
Mark 13:10.
Yeah.
And the gospel must first be published among all nations.
And then what? What's the next step?
Keep going. But when they shall lead you and deliver you up, take no thought beforehand what ye shall speak, neither do ye premeditate, but whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye, for it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Ghost.
Keep going, or
That's right.
So what it means to us is that we're preaching the gospel to the end of the earth so the end can come. Because that's what has to happen.
So who are you guys?
We're the Israelites.
I mean, which religion? Which
So give me Jeremiah. Actually, for a heritage. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. Now, you'll notice that Mark 4 and 14, when it says, when the sower soweth the word, Satan cometh immediately. What does Satan mean? It means adversary, opposer. Now, devil means deceiver. That's why we say, you probably heard it, we say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right?
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
no, that's all we need.
So we're serving our enemies in a land that we've never known because we've discontinued from our heritage. That heritage is mentioned in Deuteronomy 4 and 5 on down. The heritage is literally the law, statutes, and commandments that was given by Moses to the Israelites. You got something else?
No, I was just, you guys are what, 24, 25?
Oh, I wish. I'm 40.
You 40?
Yes, sir.
How long you been doing this?
About 7 years. 6 years teaching.
Okay. Well, I commend you. I commend you for your zeal. You know,
But not for my knowledge.
you got a lot of, zeal and knowledge. A lot
I'm
of
about to
work,
say, like, that hurts.
a lot of work. What about, what do your Bible say in Psalms 83:18?
Why are we skipping to that, though, when it lists the enemies of God beforehand?
I want to know who God is.
Well, I mean, You're only going to know God through his word.
That's right. I want to see what it says.
Okay, that's fine.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 18. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Jehovah, art the most high over all the earth.
Okay. So,
I'm just trying to see where you're still
well,
coming from.
as far as him being the God of all the earth, I agree with that. However, is he the God of everyone?
His people.
He's the God of his people. Because when you read in Deuteronomy, he gave the heathen nations idols.
Something definitely going to happen.
Well, and something's going to happen. Can I read one more thing? Give me Micah 4:1. Because they are going to come to serve the Most High. It's just there's a rank and file. And that's after the Israelites have been restored. Because, like you said, what is salvation? Well, isn't it fair that the Most High God come for his children that are in slavery to the heathen first? And then to everyone else? Because look at that water down there. Don't it look like toilet water? It does. When you go outside on any given day, aren't they playing tic-tac-toe in the sky every day? And when's the last time you saw a good flock of birds just flying around? How about bugs and bees, flowers and fruit?
Saw something else.
But
Read that through.
but it's a very remote thing that you deal with.
Right.
The world is
It ain't supposed
destroyed.
to be like this, yeah.
It's not supposed to be like that. So if you seek first the kingdom of God, all those things will be added onto you. That's part of the refreshing and the salvation of the Israelites, and that by proxy will be given to the nations. You know, the leaves that go to the nations for healing, us being in power will do that. Get this stuff.
Micah chapter 4, verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it.
Daniel 2:44 support that one too that you just read.
Okay.
Keep it up, man. Keep
All
it up.
praise.
The God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will crush and put it into all other kingdoms on the earth.
That's right.
That's what it says.
But don't it say that the saints shall take the kingdom? And it says the saints shall possess the kingdom forever and ever. And it also says the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Hey, we want to talk all day, brother.
Keep it up.
Keep the
man.
commandments, brother and sister, all right? And before you go, is your father a so-called black man?
He's definitely a black man.
Are you from the tribe of Judah? And sister, are you Native Hispanic or black?
Black.
Black? Judah, Judah, Judah. All praise. Keep God's commandments. See, again, we love the questions from our people. We love the dialogue. We genuinely love our people. And I tell y'all all the time, for those of y'all who say, you Israelites are some big old meanies, you safer standing in front of us than anywhere else in the city. Because we would fight and die for our people. Get me no greater man hath a love than this. The greatest love you can have for your people is that you be willing to lay your life down for them. And that's exactly what our Messiah did for us, and that's what we intend to pay forward for our people. See, and sometimes you have to look at your brother and go, wait a minute, you know more than you letting on. So I'm going to take the gloves off. We're going to deal like experts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm the most astute, but sometimes you have to come at your people like, okay, let's deal like scholars. Some of our people don't need the milk no more. They've graduated to Cheerios. You know how it is. Baby got the first 2 teeth.
Right.
So they can't be at the breast anymore, so you got to give them some solid food. Applesauce, Cheerios and milk, that type of stuff. But as you grow in this faith, then you can start dealing with strong meat. Hey, once you get old enough, you can get a glass of wine. See, again, that's why it's important to condescend to a man where he's at. And I'm not saying that I'm the brightest or the highest. Because guess what? If my brother is knowledgeable about the Bible and he's more astute than I am, he's got to condescend where I'm at. And this is to you brothers and sisters who think like, man, I'm scared to go do the work of God. To those who are truly biblically led and inspired, you ain't got to worry about them trying to beat you over the head with what they know. Because they're supposed to make it understandable for you the same way you're supposed to do it for those you teach.
Right.
But go ahead and get it, brother.
John chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
See, we're supposed to be willing to lay our lives down for our friends. And see, most of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are not willing to do that. Hence why you are being run roughshod right now by your enemies. You're being run ragged. because you are not willing to stand up for your brothers and sisters. You're not willing to go and defend them when ICE agents are coming to kidnap them, or when the American government decides to drop bombs on them. You're not willing to pull your labor out of this system so the system starves to death. See, that's exactly why the Messiah is going to have to come and give us our salvation, because our people are not willing to stand up for one another. But, brother, can you get me
You guys having
Acts
fun?
17 and 11?
You guys having fun?
We're having fun, witnessing your kingdom, go into the dirt. Love it. I love that look that the white man has now as he remembers the good old days. Guess what, Mr. White Man? Them days gone. And your ass about to go into slavery. And it's going to be a good time. And you better pray to God that I'm not your slave master, because I'm going to work your ass to death.
17:11.
Yes, sir.
Acts chapter 17, verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so.
So this was when Paul was doing his ministry to the so-called Gentiles. He was going to the Israelites in various synagogues and churches throughout the Roman Empire. And he went to the church of Berea. And the Bereans were far more receptive to what Paul had to say. They didn't just believe him at face value. They heard what he had to say, and then they searched the scriptures to see if those things were in fact true. Whereas those at Thessalonica rebelled immediately and wanted to kill Paul. So much so that Paul had to leave. How you doing, sister? If you're native Hispanic, just know you're an Israelite. Keep God's law. It's going to matter. But see, our people, though they profess God through their actions, they deny him. They don't hear these words and search the scriptures to say, hey, is that in fact true? They just go, man, I don't like them niggas. Man, that nigga told me I can't be with a white woman. I don't want to talk to them. Man, he told me I can't have blonde hair on my head. And he told me I got to submit to my husband. And I don't submit to nobody but God. We ain't making it up. But you're supposed to hear what anybody is saying about the gospel and the faith, and you're supposed to double back and search the Bible to make sure it's true or not. Oh, I heard her say it. I wanted to get on it, but I didn't. Because they said you can't keep the law. But the thing is, though, you ain't a homosexual, and you know you ain't supposed to be. You know that you can't murder people. You know you ain't supposed to steal. See, and it's ironic that he was quoting all these different scriptures around Matthew 5. Because had he ever just quoted Matthew 5 and 17, he would have saw exactly what I said to him. I paraphrased. Those who are, actually I said it before he pulled up. I wish I had said it when he was here. Salakia. But those who break the least of the commandments and teach men so, they shall be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, that's the Christian two-step, man. They tell you they serve God, then they double back and say you can't keep the law. But yet, if you don't keep the law, you don't love God.
Right.
And that's in 1 John 2 and 3. See, again, man, we're not out here just to offend our people, although teaching the Bible is offensive for reasons I don't know. But I know for certain a servant is not greater than his master. So if Yahushua preaching the word offended the people, then we ain't going to fare no better.
Hold people accountable. That's what's
Oh, yeah, holding blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians to any standard of rules. You going to have niggas wanting to kill you, niggas wanting to fight. Structure and rules, I don't like those things.
Yeah, but you can't tell me shit.
Yeah, you can't tell me what to do. And you notice, though, and it's not to slight the brother, but they always try to fall back on something else. Y'all are like 20-something, right? It's like, what does my age have to do with what we're talking about right now?
We were, yeah.
Wasn't Jeremiah sent as a prophet when he was a small child? And Jeremiah even tried to tell the Most High, I'm just a kid. And God said, I don't want to hear that shit. And not only are you going to go in front of them people, you're going to believe with absolute certainty. And if you don't, I'm going to make sure you get confounded. And see, and that's why when I cut it a little bit, he just said, you got me. Because he already knew it. You're like, bro, all right. See, and that's all we're asking for. When the Bible says something, just believe it. We're not asking you to believe us. Because I'm going to tell you, if only I wanted people to actually like me and know who I am. Because I'm going to be honest, if I could, I would spend every Saturday relaxing in my bed doing absolutely nothing. Instead, I got to come to the most rebellious, hard-headed people on the planet and tell them that the Most High God of heaven told you to repent. Meanwhile, they talking about prove it then. It's like, man, you in slavery to the white man, the most inept people on the planet. How much proof you need? The people who need sunscreen just to go outside have you in slavery. And they took you into slavery while not having them things. How much proof you need? But brother, can you get me Revelation 13 and 1 through 8? Because we know America to be that little horn that's spoken of in relation to the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Right? We know America to be that little horn because before the little horn, 3 other horns fell. Well, what were the 3 horns that had to fall for America to be established? The British, the Spanish, and the French. I want to say Portuguese, but that goes into Spanish. Right? The Iberian Peninsula. Right? So you've got the 3 horns that fell in front of the little horn, which is America. But let's get some more of this process.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
You know this side of the world does exist, sister. I know just because we talking, you got to ignore us. But let a white man come out here upside the head. Black and brown Avengers assemble. Black men never protect black women. But yet can't even say hello to our brothers. Yeah, I know. If only you would. See, again, when they get called out, that's when they get mad. All we wanted to say was hello. But again, that's the hubris of the so-called black woman. That's why she's the most unmarried woman on the planet. How you doing, King? If you Native Hispanic, just know you God's chosen, all right? You an Israelite. If you Mexican, you from the house of Issachar. Issachar means he who is hired. Hello. Yeah, he curious. See, and again, and I don't let it just pass by, because here's the thing. Our sisters are about to pay a hefty price. Oh, yeah, there it is. Damn. There's all types of little insects out today. I almost want to take him home and put him in my garden, man. He eat all them damn gnats. He's probably big as hell in like a week or 2. But see, I don't let that go by unaddressed. The black woman pretending like her brothers don't exist. Because when they need something, they don't hesitate to beg and plead and demand. See, and to you black men, you got to start bringing that up. You want to pretend like I'm not here? Cool. Keep that same energy. When you need help, keep that same energy. When your car break down, when you can't pay your rent, when the white man go upside your head after you said how much better than us he is, keep that same energy. And more times than not, you get that exact same response. Fuck you, black man. Okay, that's cool. You've been saying that since the start of slavery. See, most of y'all don't know how happy the black woman was to get a break from all those slave duties and to hop in the white man's bed. Because see, when you look at your foremothers in the Bible, whenever they had those heathen in a compromised position, what did they do? They killed them. They took advantage. What did our sisters do? They rolled over and said, man, it's good to be in this bed. It's good to not be out there picking cotton with the rest of the field niggas. If I play my cards right, I can live in the house. See, again, I'm not trying to go on a diatribe about this, but it's very true. Black men, you gotta start pointing this out. Because they're comfortable disrespecting you. And your woman doesn't understand the closest thing to God that she's ever going to touch on this planet is you. Because the head of Christ is God, and the head of man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. Right. So you are the closest thing to God that she can interact with on this planet. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and get me that
We're still in Revelation.
Revelations. Yeah, get me that.
Verse 2 now.
Revelation 13, verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority.
Go to Revelations 11. I believe 11 and 8. Actually, it might be some. Let me see. Matter of fact, I'm there.
Yeah, get me 11 and 8, not 18. Slide.
Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
So not only did this supposed nation crucify our Messiah, but they are a hodgepodge of cultures and memes and religious beliefs, like Sodom and Egypt, like Babylon. That's why we know this is talking about America here. This beast that is comprised of all these different parts of animals. Part of it being comprised of a bear. Part of it being comprised of a lion. Part of it being comprised of a dragon. It's a nation that has no definitive culture or direction. It's a little bit of everything. See, and again, if you can't break these things down, how do you know who this is? And then you see the same beast has the 7 heads, the provinces of Rome, right? What are those provinces? Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germania Major and Germania Minor, and Britannia. 7 provinces of Rome. And then the 10 horns, who are they? I said the European Community 10 or the EC 10. Well, let's name them. Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Luxembourg, which is also Germany, right? Netherlands, and the UK. Now, wouldn't you know it? That's who started the EU.
Right.
So you have the Roman Empire being reborn as America, because we're going to get into that just now. And then you have the EU, the horns that have power with the beast for 1 hour. Keep going, brother.
Revelation 13. Yeah, and 13. Slide.
Revelation 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him?
So let me get this straight. You have a kingdom that was, and then it looked like it was doomed to failure, doomed to death, and yet didn't die and came back. If you look at the capital of America, at America's inception, they wanted to call the capital of America Rome instead of Washington, D.C. Y'all got time for the Bible? Brothers and sisters? Thou says.
Like, nah, that's too obvious.
Yeah, hey man. You know that some things are so obvious to the point where people should see it, but I'm gonna tell you, they could have literally named this place Esau's Paradise, and our people still be like, who Esau? Did you know there's Edom, Texas? There's literally Edom, Texas. You cannot make this stuff up. But yet, to the most hard-headed people on the planet, you can't make it obvious enough. That's why blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you are God's chosen. You're the Israelites. You're the people that Moses led out of the wilderness. You're the same people who built an idol to a golden calf just because Moses was missing in action for 40 days.
Take it too long.
And he wasn't even missing. He was up on the mountain that y'all could see. But see, y'all are also the same people where the white man can literally butt break you, rape you, put you in slavery, and then you turn around and go, he's our best friend. So your discernment and judgment is dubious, to put it lightly. Can you look up the word dubious for me? D-U-B-I-O-U-S. See, it's important to understand these descriptors, right? Because when you can adequately describe something, you can better picture it in your mind.
Dubious. hesitating or doubting.
Good enough. So our people have a very dubious amount of discernment and judgment. It inspires doubt. It's hard to be confident in our ability to judge as a people. How you doing, sister? Got time for the Bible today? No, thank you. All right, that's it. Not to be relied upon. Again, dubious. And see, you would assume with all this stuff going on in terms of warfare, especially with our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, they would hear this Bible and go, you know what, I need to know more. Instead, our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters are going to wait until they're knocked down one by one and put in cages or bombed into oblivion by the white man. And only then will they go, God, where are you at? But it's the Israelite two-step. Ignore the Most High, get judged, and then cry out in anguish talking about where's God.
I don't deserve this. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, I don't deserve this type of treatment. What did I do? And then when you read their litany of crimes, they go, well, that I didn't mean to do that.
Like bringing a bullshit.
Yeah, why are you bringing up bullshit? Goalpost movers, habitual line steppers. That's who our people are. That's why our people are so damn rebellious that they had Moses asking the Most High God to kill him. Moses preferred death than leading the Israelites. See, that's why even the Messiah, you see in the New Testament, he was grieved a lot of the time. The lack of faith, the lack of dedication, the lack of foresight. Some of our people not wanting to give up the riches of this world for eternal riches in the kingdom to come. The lack of foresight grieved our Messiah.
Yeah, the faith of the mustard seed. Oh, you of little faith.
Yeah, oh ye of little faith.
He said it repeatedly.
And see, and it's funny, the Most High God has sent his servants, the prophets, out here to teach our people what to do and how to repent, and they don't want to hear it now. How you doing today, Elder? Got time for the Bible today?
Not today.
Not today? Well, Elder, if you're a so-called black man, just know you're from the tribe of Judah. That's the same tribe Christ came out of. That's the tribe that's meant to lead the Israelites. Hence why our native Hispanic brethren, our Caribbean brethren, our native Indian brethren, they're all waiting on the black man to stand up and realize he's an Israelite and lead the tribes in righteousness. And I know the dubious looks, the doubting looks. That can't be true. Why is it everybody copies the black man on the planet, I wonder? Could it have something to do with the scepter not departing from Judah in the book of Genesis?
Right?
So if you're Judah in the book of Genesis, your job is to lead the Israelites. How you doing, brother? Y'all got time for the Bible today?
Well, we're just getting out here, but go ahead and keep talking. We've been
All right, all right. Get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Y'all can hear this while you go. Because we have a singular goal and duty as servants of God. Let's hear about it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
So we're supposed to be fearing God and keeping his commandments. How many commandments are there? They say 10. There are 613. So how can you fear God and keep his commandments if you don't know what the commandments are? For instance, you're not supposed to vote for somebody who's not of your own nation. Did you know that, Israelites? Get me set not a king over thee from another nation. See, that's just one commandment. If blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians understood that voting for your oppressor to get you out of oppression is a fool's errand, we would stop wasting our time voting every voting cycle, hoping that one of these so-called white folks can find it in their spirit to stop oppressing the earth, let alone God's people.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
See, again, some of y'all say, man, you Israelites preach hate. Nope, we just preach the Bible. The Bible tells you not to vote for somebody outside of your nation to be set as king over you. The Bible tells you to separate from your enemies and take heed of your friends. And we shouldn't have to tell you to separate from the people who've enslaved you for hundreds of years. We shouldn't have to tell you that.
They like dwelling in shit. They ain't even their own shit.
For real, they love dwelling in literal filth. And if you don't believe me, look around you. If y'all think these paved over roads are sanitary, you are gravely mistaken. And here's the thing, most of you know it's not sanitary, because what do you do as soon as you touch it? You go wash your damn hands. Or you refuse to eat your food until you've washed your hands. What happens if you drop your food on this pavement here and you pick it up and eat it? You're probably going to get one of the worst sore throats you've ever gotten in your life. And that's if you don't get hepatitis. Or foot and mouth disease, where you're basically getting contaminated with fecal matter in your mouth.
It's bumps all over our hands.
Yeah, just, but, hey man, you got to tell our people this shit, and then they pretend like they never heard it, or they don't know it. See, again, and we're going through prophecy, man. These are all the things that your pastor will not go over. And we're just going over it because I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to let it be said that we didn't speak these things when all this shit was happening on the earth. I'm not going to let it be said that we didn't talk about it. You niggas ain't going to have no excuse walking around here. None.
Let them say I never heard it.
Oh, and you know, that's the thing that black folks love to do. Especially black folks. Nobody told me. Despite being told.
What? Really?
What? I never heard that. Don't send a nigga email. I never saw it. You didn't send me the message. Oh, here, it's timestamped. Man, that shit went to my spam folder. The excuse train pulled up. Man, I don't know what it is, man. I just can't see it, man. It just ain't there. You know how it is. And that's our people. You think God don't know that's our people? That's why the Most High God, he said it in the Old Testament. Don't let it be said that you had to go up to the heavens above or the depths beneath to get the word. I gave it to you plainly. And I gave it to you by the hand of one of your own. So ain't no excuses. You've been given the clear and distinct orders to keep my commandments. So now it's for keeps. If you don't keep them, I'm punishing your ass. That's why we've been in bondage to this day.
We only have a small part of it, and it's frustrating. So I can't even imagine being in Moses or Christ's seat trying to do this shit.
Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'd be locked up if I was Moses or something. You know what I'm saying? That Nehemiah spirit, grab you by your beard and slap shit out of you. For real. But either way, man, let's keep going.
Back to Revelation.
Yeah, yeah.
Revelation 13, verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, Who was like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwelled in heaven.
So to blaspheme means to tell a lie. Filthy, wicked lie. What are some of the lies that this so-called white devil over here in Babylon has told about our God? He told you that God's name was Yahweh, Jehovah. He gave you depictions of God as himself. Even though no man has seen the face of God and lived. Even when the Most High God showed himself to Moses, he told Moses, hey, bow down until I pass by you so you only see my back. But we're supposed to believe that the white man knows what God looked like. He also told you that hell was real. A punishment that the Most High God never designed for anybody. A place where you are literally in an underworld with devils poking you with pitchforks where you suffer forever. The ultimate miscarriage of justice. Because I don't care if you were Adolf Hitler times 10. There is you can't be punished forever. Forever? Like damn, like 10 trillion years later, the Most High God standing there just like, yeah. Like no, that's not righteous.
Took away his high holy days and gave paganism in its place.
Yeah, and then took away God's high holy days that the Most High God told the Israelites to celebrate in perpetuity in favor of things like Christmas, which is Saturnalia, things like Easter, which is nowhere in the Bible. He told you that Christ's birthday is in the middle of the winter. When they put their flocks out to pasture during the spring. Hey, they told you that Christ was a white man. Knowing that the original Israelites are called nigger in Romans 13:1. Or Acts 13:1, Salaki. Nigger just meaning black or dark skin. But see, these are just some of the blasphemies that have been told. And that's just about the Father and the Son. We're not even talking about the blasphemies about the children. Hardest working people on the planet, Mexican people. What did the white man call them? Lazy. Black man literally was brought over to America to build this entire nation after they killed too many of our native Hispanic and native Indian brethren. Brought over here to build the entire fucking nation. What do they call black people? Shiftless, lazy, stupid. Then when you go down the damn list of inventions of black people, the list never fucking ends because we made everything. Got the nerve to call somebody stupid and unimaginative. Meanwhile, we're the ones building their entire earth, their world, their perspective of interaction with reality. We built it. Most of y'all looking at AI and going to ChatGPT for everything. Y'all don't even understand there was a black man named Alan Emtage invented the first search engine called Archie. That's the brain of your AI, by the way. Why do you think they need a whole data center to house it? Because depending on the variables at play, that's what it searches for. You're an Israelite, brother. Keep God's commandments. If you're native Hispanic. But see, the filthy, wicked lies that have been told about the Most High God, His Son, and His people are never ending. Keep going, brother.
Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds, and tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
So verse 7 says something very poignant, because it gives you a clue. Whoever these people are, they've been given authority by the Most High God to make war with His children, war with the saints. We're out here to tell you that blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians in this hemisphere are those saints. Yes, we're scattered to many nations, but it's not everybody. Not even close. And if you look at in all these other nations, you see the same story. Look at the Manik people over in Thailand, Maniq. They have another name called the Sakai, meaning slave. Look at the Manchu people or the Kunlun of China. You know what Kunlun means? Slave. When did they fall out of power in China, I wonder? 1911. The Qing dynasty. See, again, that's why it's important to understand that though the Israelites be scattered to everywhere on the planet, you got time for the Bible, brother? All right, man. I saw you looking real intense, man. Are you Native Hispanic? What are you? Filipino? Yep. See, the road of silver, the Ruta de la Plata, where the Mexican man was taken as slaves to places like Manila. See, a lot of them are Israelites too. That's why they treat them like trash. Spanish people do anyway. See, that's why we're out here, to let our people know to come back and serve your God. Keep His commandments. See, I'm tired of us having to walk to work, having to slave and break our bodies into pieces. I want my sister here to be the princess that she is and not have to go to work every day.
Right?
Because Lord knows, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you've done enough work around here. You built everything. You maintain everything. You suffer enough affliction from your enemies. And then they have the audacity to wear a cross on them. I don't know why they're doing that. Or where in the Bible does it tell you to venerate the cross?
Right?
This one?
Yeah, the one you hung Christ on. Yep, that one. And the same one you're going to go into slavery under. That one.
Right?
See, again, the white man thinks it's a joke. Meanwhile, your kingdom is circling the drain. What is that? What'd you say? You the joke? Don't you need you need sunscreen, don't you? Y'all the ones who can't have kids shooting blanks, right? You a joke, old man. And you going into slavery. And your kids going with you. Hey, Grandpa, how come we got to pick cotton like this? Well, it's because we enslaved God's children. We didn't know who they were. But even when we found out who they were, we still didn't stop oppressing them. We furthered the affliction, so now we got to pay back double. See, again, I knew that look of, oh, it don't matter, right beneath the surface. I hate them damn niggas. I hate them. But don't worry about it. Nigga about to crack a whip over your back.
Right?
I'm going to use your wife as a footstool, and when you die in my field, I'm going to say to your son, go get your dead daddy out of my field. Don't get blood on my cotton.
Right?
The same way you did us. We going to do you dirty. Give me Revelations 13 and 9 through 10 real quick for Mr. Geriatric down there.
Revelation 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
See, I'm not sparing nobody's feelings because you show as hell didn't spare ours. See, if only they had a camera back in the days of slavery where blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians begged for their children. We begged for our loved ones. We begged. And you know what the white man said? Nah. Nah. Some of y'all celebrate New Year's. They used to call that Heartbreak Day. That was the day where they would honor all their contracts and agreements to sell slaves to different plantations. See, that's why we have to rouse you to your true history and your heritage.
Right?
Because many of y'all are walking around thinking that we're all the same, and we are not. Thinking that we all have the same judgment coming from the Most High God, and we certainly do not. See, that's why it's important that you understand what's written in these scriptures, because judgment is here. It's not coming anymore. It's here. And if you don't understand what you need to be doing to be found an acceptable servant in the eyes of God, you are doomed to be put to death, because you are going to be found an unsatisfactory servant. See, I knew this was going to happen when we bring this hellfire message, the message of impending judgment. People get in their feelings, they don't want to hear it. The people who've been doing wrong their whole life and want to keep doing it, they don't want to hear, hey, clean yourself up. Separate from your enemies. Stop trying to copy their works.
Bible says, make no terror, return to the Lord.
Go ahead and get that.
Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
See, many of our people are going to perish in the day of vengeance because they thought, I'll turn to God tomorrow. I'll do it next week. Hey, I just got a little bit more sinning to do. I'll be back. See, most of our people don't understand judgment is here. That's why America is falling by the day. See, and again, all these trade embargoes that have now been launched against America just this winter, y'all aren't going to feel the sting of those trade embargoes until the spring when you need some fresh fruit. Or you need some machinery to operate your farm. A farm that you're wasting, by the way, because you white folks can't go out and actually work the land yourself. So you're squatting on land that you should just free up to the people that the land belongs to. That's another story. Go ahead and get it.
2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 67.
Bring it up.
Behold, God himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall God lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
What was that? 2nd Ezra 16, 67.
Shit, look at the boy, man, with the cold ass scripture. 2nd Ezra 16:67. Hey, what's up, Jacob?
How y'all doing, fellas?
Doing great, doing great.
Good.
You got time today to talk?
Man, I'm about to dip. I gotta go meet up with my girlfriend.
All right, all right. Brother,
y'all out here though.
we need you to keep those commandments, man.
Man, trying to keep them.
All right, well, hey, you gonna wear some ZZs?
Y'all gonna give me some?
I'll give you some. I'll bring them next week.
Okay, bet.
All right, man.
I'll put them joints on.
All right, be well, brother.
Y'all too, man.
All right, you got anything else? We're gonna keep going. All right, calm. Right? So we supposed to be leaving off of our sins, man, and offending less. We supposed to be making no hindrance, no hesitation to turn to the Most High. So I'm gonna tell you, man, the things that are going on, man, death could come to you quickly today. You know what I'm saying? ICE might pull up. Hey, man, it's on and popping. See, most people don't know, man, they oppressing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Now, they ain't no exceptions. Y'all got time for the Bible today? A couple minutes?
No, sorry.
Are y'all Native Hispanic?
Yes.
Y'all Israelites, man, keep God's commandments. Now, you white folks going into slavery. Yeah, buddy. I'll nod to that. Yeah, buddy. And it's well deserved. Yes, sir. Well deserved. See, again, they think it's a joke. Meanwhile, who's shooting blanks can't have kids? White folks. Who's burning up at an all-time record pace from the sun? White folks.
Right?
Hey, who's the nation who's hated more than anybody else on the planet? America. But really, white folks, because they don't hate the people in America except for the damn oppressor.
Right?
They thinking of you damn string bean, olive oil looking motherfuckers over here who ain't got no salt, no swag, no savor. Thinking of you. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We got to put the blame where it belongs. We got to stop saying we. Because wasn't no we in slavery. It was you get to work. You turn in what I had you go work for. You give me your kids. You give me your land. That's what it was then. It was you, not we. Now that America's on her back, now it's we. We need to make America great again. We need to go defend America. We need to go liberate America's allies. We. When God said, hell no, come out of her, my people.
Always will need our help.
Oh, yeah.
Everything done.
White man, he been needing help since he came out the womb. When he didn't have help, what did he do? He traded away the kingdom of heaven for a bowl of soup.
He couldn't even make that little soup himself. I need it, brother.
He needs an accountability buddy.
Right.
He needs somebody who follow right behind him, making sure he don't make piss poor decisions. It's not about you being physically fit. See, most of y'all think we just getting on them because of their physical weaknesses. Yeah, they have a lot of those. But they are not capable of exercising righteous judgment, which is why they need somebody constantly looking over their shoulder, going, don't do that, do this, don't go over there, go over here, you don't own that, don't touch that, leave that alone. But all of that can be summed up with a whip cracking over your back. You figure all the rest of that shit out real quick. Get me, it's a righteous thing with God to make the sides of a wicked servant to bleed. See, most of you Edomites, you so-called white folks, y'all don't understand. Y'all are natural-born servants, and y'all have been very, very wicked. And as a result, when you go into slavery, you're going to be lacerated up.
You got to make the side blue.
The sides of a wicked servant to bleed. It should be in Sirach. See, and it goes along with the lesson. Don't worry about it. We're going to get right back on it. But see, if we preaching among the Gentiles, I got to acknowledge them too. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let some damn white woman walk by and make light of the scriptures, because your ass going to get roasted and judged every time. I don't give a damn if you a man, woman, child. It could be a damn little 3-year-old saying something sideways about our God. I'm going to give him the business. You're going to get roasted. Yeah.
Sirach chapter 42, verse 5. And of merchants indifferent selling, of much correction of children, and to make the side of an evil servant to bleed.
See, again, it's biblical. Making the sides of a wicked servant to bleed. We ain't just making it up. How you doing, sister? Having a good day? Are you Native Hispanic by chance? Or are you Mexican? What if I told you you're in the Bible? Well, what tribe are you from in the Bible? You're from the tribe of Issachar. Issachar in the Hebrew means he who was hired. Who are the hardest working people on the planet? Mexican people, come on, sister. Y'all like to work for fun. After working 14 hours, how often do you have to tell your Mexican husband, if you have one, to stop working on his car, stop landscaping? That's work. But the Bible says that Issachar also saw that rest was good. What do you like to do in the middle of a workday? Take a siesta. You're an Israelite, sister. That's all we out here to do is let you know, come back and keep God's laws. All right, sister? Be blessed, all right? See, we don't want your money. We don't pull up here in a Bentley or a Cadillac, brand new off the lot.
Right?
We broke. But we rich in spirit. We rich in wisdom because the Most High God is ebullient to those who serve him. Look that word up for me. Yeah. E-B-U-L-L-I-E-N-T. Ebullient. Bountiful. Overflowing.
Give me the, whatever.
Read that out. But read, go, yeah, you got it going in that place. Yeah, you can read both.
Ebullient, boiling, agitated, having or showing liveliness and enthusiasm. Someone who is ebullient is bubbling over with enthusiasm. So it shouldn't be much of a surprise that ebullient comes from the Latin verb ebulliere, which means to bubble out.
Now I'm going to go ahead and spoil the ruse. I watched my sister walk up, no phone in her hand. Now she's glued to her phone, acting like the world don't exist. How you doing? See, again, you don't have to make an excuse not to talk to us. If you don't want to talk to us, that's fine.
Hello, friend.
How you doing, Mr. White Man?
Good
Seeing
to see
slavery.
you again.
But see, the white man get a big old smile. You see that? But the black man, oh, you niggas again. You niggas. See, again, and she'll put it on social media, but she won't put all the shit that other black women like her do. How they disrespect their men day in and day out. How they want to wear horsehair on their head when they man keep telling them, take that shit off your head. Don't look right. You look crazy. You also didn't show that Kool-Aid smile that you gave the white man. How you doing, massa? Looking like a gollywog. Look that up for me. G-O-L-L-Y-W-O-G. Gollywog. I told y'all, I don't let that shit fly. You want to treat your own men like shit, but then smile in the white man's face? I'm going to point it out, because you a coon. And every time you walk by here, until we have a different interaction, I'm going to call you a coon. Yeah.
Gollywog, a type of black rag doll with exaggerated features and colorful clothing that was formerly popular as a children's toy in Britain and Australia, and that are now widely considered racist caricatures.
Can you bring up an image of that for me? We're going to get an image of that. See, most of you so-called black sisters, you turn into a damn gollywog the moment that a damn white man walks by. See, as a matter of fact, I don't understand how some of you black folks don't know that we have 32 teeth, because you show all 32 of them the moment a white man shows up. This is how this sister look. That's how they look. Straight out Mr. Popo style. And guess what? The white man used to have them little toys in stores all across America and in Britain. Oh shit, there it is. That's who we just saw walk by us. There she is. Blonde hair and everything. Where's she at? There she is. Got the nerve to frown up at somebody. Pretend like she on her phone. Then she gonna try to record us like that's a slight to us when she the one buck dancing and cooning. I hope you do put that on your social media so somebody can tell you, well, he's right. You are cool.
Right.
Why you got somebody else's hair on your head? Why you smiling real big to the white man like that? What's up with that? Why you treat your brothers like they don't exist, knowing if something happens to you, you gonna call on them. Keep going, brother. You got it. See, again, to you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men, stop taking disrespect from your women. Cut it out. Because they can't walk a damn inch without crying about something, talking about you ain't helping them. Don't take no disrespect. If there's a bump in the night, she gonna tell you to go fight and die to make sure she stays safe while she on the phone with 911.
Right.
Don't take no disrespect. And if she don't want to get in your program, drop her ass like a hot rock. I'll say it again. If the black woman don't want to get on the black man, his paradigm, his time, drop her ass like a hot rock. Drop her like it's hot. Drop her like a bad wig from the dollar store. See, again, they're not used to hearing it. We had 3 black women ride by on their scooters. They're not used to hearing the black man talk with authority. But you better get used to it because you're about to be rolled over by one.
Right.
But anyway, can we go back to Revelations 13? There's a lot in there. I know we got sidetracked. How you doing, sister? If you black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, just know you're a princess. You too, sir. Keep God's commandments. Keep them commandments, because it's going to matter. We read all the way to 10, all praises. Right? So what we have is we have a nation that has been given authority to make war with God's people. To kill them, to put them in prison, to label them as bywords and proverbs. But you have to understand, this same people is who this beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns is. See, this is one of the ways that we're able to point out the prophecies of the Bible with accuracy and high acumen. Right? Go ahead and go from 11 and start reading.
Revelation 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
So this is another way of saying the same thing. The kingdom of the Romans dying and then being reborn. And those 2 horns, having the horns of 2 horns of a lamb, but speaking as a dragon, talking about their government. The Republicans and the Democrats, they speak softly. They talk about justice. They talk about order and righteousness, but they do what a dragon does. They breathe fire and cause destruction. Deprivation of rights, deprivation of freedom. See, most of y'all are not familiar with the mythos surrounding dragons. Very evil creatures. That's why for any of you D&D fans out there, a red dragon is usually only found on a mountain of gold. Gold that has been ill-gotten and stolen. And it will only come to defend its hoard. It literally is sustained by the hoard of its riches. But see, most of our people don't know the mythos of these figures, so when you read this type of stuff, you don't understand what's being said. Y'all got time for the Bible today?
No, thank you.
No? Do you believe in the Bible, sister?
No, thank you.
No? Too many white folks around? Yeah, I know. Hey, it is what it is. Coons be cooning. Hey, I call it out. I say it every time. It's a matter of your safety spiritually. Because you're supposed to separate from your enemies and take heed of your friends.
Right.
See, again, she'll turn around and smile to them, not understanding. That's your enemy. Why you surrounded yourself with so many of your enemy, I don't know. And why you got that little black boy around your enemies, I really have to question that. What is the sense in that? That's why I weep for our children who are raised by a single mother. Because without a man, a single black woman is literally walking headlong into her demise. And she's trying her best. Whether she's making bad financial decisions, making bad decisions on who she brings in and out the house, making bad decisions on the company she keeps. Choose one. Sometimes all of them. But again, I'm not going to hold my peace because your life depends on it.
Right.
See, again, if I said I love my people and I didn't tell you the most axiomatic thing to get away from your enemy, I couldn't say I loved you. It would be a lie. But because I love my people, I can say wholeheartedly, get away from these white devils. The people who've been raping, robbing, and murdering the entire earth. Get away from them. Don't volunteer your time and presence with them. What type of madness is that? Go ahead and get it.
It's Isaiah chapter 22, verse 18. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. There shalt thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy Lord's house.
See, they'll suddenly turn on you and just toss you to and fro. You ever see some kids play with one of them bouncy balls you get out of the little quarter machine? All over the place. That's what your enemies do when you think that you're safe with them and suddenly they turn on you.
Damn them.
I'm sorry?
Damn them enemies.
Yeah, damn them white people. Yeah, they need to go into slavery. Damn them enemies. Destroy them damn white people. Yes. You said it, I didn't, Karen. Damn them white people. See, again, she said something spiritual, didn't even know what we were talking about. But just like the white man, she wanted to put her beak into our business. And guess what? You paid the price for it. You got to sing praises for the destruction of your own people. All praises. The Most High God taketh the wicked in their own craftiness. How you doing, Mr. White Man? Slavery's getting closer day by day. Hey, where your family at, by the way? I see you walking alone a lot. Where your wife at? Probably ain't got one. Where your kids at? Probably molested them. Is what it is. That's why he by himself. See, again, as America gets closer and closer to being destroyed, we rejoice more and more.
That's right.
Because we already know what's going to happen at the end of all this. The Messiah is going to return, and the Israelites are going to be put back on high. Yahushua, brother. Yahushua. Keep the commandments, king. You an Israelite. If you Mexican, from the tribe of Issachar. Issachar meaning he who is hired. Hence why the Mexican man and woman are the hardest working people on the planet.
That's right.
How you doing, brother and sister? You believe in the Bible at all? No? That's a shame. But again, if I say God's name ain't God, are you inquisitive now? Or are you going to keep crying out to God by a title, meaning power, ruler, or divine one? See, again, that's why brothers looking at me like, oh, man, don't you talk to me. That don't sway me at all. Because you all do the same thing we all do. Get in trouble with God, and then you do the two-step. We all do it. We say we love God, then when you get given some rules to love God, well, why God got rules and standards? See, that's why men like Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, they were all told the same thing. I'm sending you unto a rebellious house. Don't be dissuaded by their looks. I've made your forehead hard against their forehead. See, and again, and this is the same thing that most black men do especially. You got a mosquito. Right? Things go wrong, then all of a sudden we start crying about how we can't unite. Man, we all just need to come and see eye to eye, man, and work together. Okay, when brothers try to talk to you, you act like you ain't got no sense. Act like you can't talk to your own. We're over here, brother. We're waiting on you. Again, he talked to us from 100 feet away at room volume, talking about shaking his head. I don't get it. But this will be the same person saying he's a warrior for Christ. Haven't done anything for his own people, let alone Christ. That's why, again, to the cowards of our people, I am not in fear of you looking at me like you crazy. Because you don't look at the white man that way when he says you're fired. You don't look at the white man that way when he locks your ass in prison for 20 years. You don't look at him like that. Yeah, all of a sudden you crying like a newborn kitten separated from his mama. That's why I'm not dissuaded at all, because you want to look at somebody like you crazy. Ain't that the same brother acting like he wanted to come back here last week? I think it is. That was him.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's him. I don't forget Coons. I rarely forget him. Rarely do I forget Coons.
Even the same way.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, I guess that's a path they walk. That's cool. But at the same time, though, I'm not going to forget you because I know you're an enemy to your people. And this is to my camera. To the people you know are coons, do not forget them because you probably going to be seeing them with a bunch of white folks going, there they are, massa, right over there. Accent and everything. There they are, right there. Like a straight up slave. Does I do good, massa? Did I do good? Where my butter biscuit at? Oh, you said I get food rations for a week? See, a lot of y'all think I'm just being hyperbolic up here. I'm not. When you haven't eaten for a week, you're going to see people buck dancing and cooning like you've never seen it before. And if you're a true worshiper of God, they're going to be telling on you. You better read 2 Ezra 16. As a matter of fact, let's go to 2 Ezra 16 right now. See, a lot of y'all think this is hate-inspired. This ain't hate-inspired. I love my people enough to tell you what's coming. And I got enough love for my people to tell the wayward of my people, cut that shit out. Repent. Come back to your God. Keep the commandments. Go to the latter end of it. Yeah. Yeah, start 7.
7. Yes, sir.
2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried, as the gold in the fire.
We gonna keep going on that. But tell me, that's exactly what I just said. But it's in the Bible. This is how you're gonna know who the chosen of God are. Those who truly worship God are not going to be coons. They're not gonna sell out. They're not gonna oppress other people who fear the Most High God and keep His commandments. But to the coons who already sold out, they are. They're gonna be like, there he is, master, right there. Ooh, can I have his house now? And his car? He drive a real nice car. I want that car. See, you have to understand how short-sighted the average Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian is. They don't understand that trying to come together with your most hated enemy is going to produce very limited benefits. Because after he's done using you as a tool to persecute his enemies, then he will turn and persecute you. Ask those Buffalo soldiers, those black soldiers who the American military, or American government, tasked with waging war against the Native Indians. Those brothers were so zealous and coonish to fight for the ambitions of the white man, they fought the Native Americans with chains on their wrists. How cooned out do you have to be where they basically let you go like a wild animal and they haven't even taken your chains off? And you're going to attack their enemies after they beat and enslaved you. But that's the type of opposition the men of the Lord are going to face. You women as well. That's why we're trying to tell y'all to forsake your sins. Return unto the Lord and offend less.
That fucking movie with Jet Li where the white guy had a collar on him and he took the collar off for him to fight and then he'll go back over and he'll put it back on him after he did his bidding.
I forget that one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He basically had been reduced to like a fighting machine.
Wild dog.
Or a wild dog. But see, the thing is, where do you think they get all that inspiration from? They get it from the Bible. He had a yoke upon his neck until he was destroyed. Again, hey, directors here in America will tell you, you can't be a successful director unless you pull from the Bible. As a matter of fact, you can't even get your script approved. So we ain't trying to make no shit up. We trying to put you on game according to the Bible. But anyway, brother, can you get me, let's finish out Revelation 13. We about to start moving. Right, I just needed, yeah, we already got 11. Yeah, let's do 11 through 7 real quick.
Start back at 11.
Yeah, 11 and I'm sorry, Revelations 11 and 7 through 11, 7 through 9. Can't get my numbers.
It's Revelations chapter 11, verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them, and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people, and kindreds, and tongues, and nations, shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
See, and that's exactly what's happened to blacks, Hispanics, and Indians here in this hemisphere of the world. Because what if I told you it's common knowledge who you are outside of America? Don't believe me? Try going over to Africa, the mainland of Africa, and ask, hey, who are the American Negroes? Those Hamites will tell you, oh, y'all are Israelites. I need to find the videos when I first started teaching out here. It was an African man named Noah. And I said, hey, you from West Africa, you might be an Israelite. He said, no, I know I'm a Hamite. He said, I know y'all the Israelites.
I remember seeing some videos of our people that are still there telling us to come back. We need y'all. Y'all are going to lead us.
Yeah. You got people all over the earth saying, man, we waiting on you black folks especially to raise up and remember who you are. You got heathen from other nations eagerly awaiting the sons of God and their restoration. Because if you think everybody's having a good time without you being in your seat of power, you are gravely mistaken. A lot of people having to hold their dead kids in their arms, questioning how come God don't stop all this. You got a lot of people living in the damn toilet bowls of the earth. Have y'all seen videos of Mumbai, or what is it, Mumbai, India, Chennai, all those different areas? Man, look up Mumbai, India slums. Y'all think the slums here in America are bad. Try looking at the slums over in India. I'm going to show this picture. This is how your enemies got people living. You see all that garbage? People live in that. You see that? Looks like the favelas in South America. Now, are there Israelites in those regions? Yeah, you got the Dalits in the cities. But you got a lot of native Elamites who live in those environments as well. And that's just one example. Have you seen the slums of Vietnam? The slums of Thailand? The majority of the people on the planet are literally dirt poor as a result of the unrighteous rulership that is on the earth today. Those people are eagerly awaiting the restoration of the sons of God. Because when Yahushua is on the throne, ain't nobody going to be living like that.
Right.
That's a blight on his kingdom. Because his kingdom extends to all dominions. So for anyone to live in a hovel like that is an insult to his work and his rulership. And he ain't going to have that.
Right.
See, most of y'all are not aware of all these different things. That's why us preaching like this, y'all just, whatever. I don't have to listen to y'all. Y'all don't realize it's life and death for many people. It's life and death that we are not on our throne as the Israelites in our right minds. Right? But, brother, can you get me... get me 1 Corinthians 13 and 9 through 10. Right? Because just like we read in Revelations 11 and 7 through 9, how these other nations permitted us to be basically dead without our heritage and not suffer our bodies to be put in graves, and they rejoiced over us as we fell. You need to understand, these were prophecies that once upon a time, though we prophesied in part, we didn't know in part. Now that we see these things transpiring, we're able to point to it and go, hey, this is what the Bible was talking about. Listen up. Oh, yeah, you got it.
You said,
No,
listen,
you good. No, not you. I would never talk to you like that, man.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 9. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
So that which has transpired, that's when the prophecy is no more, because the prophecy is now, it's basically codified as history, right? If you prophesy something before it happens, it's prophecy up until the point that it happens, and after that, it's just history. Now, does it invalidate the miracle of the prophecy? Certainly not. As a matter of fact, it legitimizes it, because our people should understand we should listen to those people who are prophesying of these things that were to come and now are upon the earth. See, again, if you read the book of Daniel, the Persians and Medes being taken down by the Greeks, that was a prophecy made hundreds of years before it happened.
Right.
And then the prophecy of the Romans taking down the Greeks. Who could have seen that coming other than God? And how about the rebirth of the Roman Empire? That was foretold of in the book of Daniel and in Revelation. But now that these things are upon the earth, it is made plain unto all men, especially you Israelites. But more times than not, you're too wrapped up in the knowledge of your enemies to understand what is transpiring on the earth. But brother, can you get me Isaiah 33 and 1? And then we're going to go to Revelation 17, 1 through 3. But what we're about to read in Isaiah 33 and 1 is something that we read all the time. See, America has a whole entire history of lying, cheating, and stealing, stabbing people in the back, while waving a white flag, talking about peace, peace, I want to work with you.
Right.
They have a long history of that. And what America just did to Venezuela, they did exactly that. Because they were trying to say, hey, Mr. Maduro, if you're willing to accept this $50 million payout and just leave Venezuela, hey, we'll work with y'all. And you know what Nicolas Maduro was willing to do? Step down, work with America. And what did America do? Bomb them anyway. And kidnapped him and his family. Go ahead and get this, brother.
It's Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
So, to those who are eagerly awaiting America to get their payback, don't worry, it's coming real soon. Because to those who deal treacherously, when you cease to deal treacherously, you will be dealt with in the same manner. To those who spoil unjustly, when you cease to spoil, you will be spoiled unjustly. See, and those of y'all who really don't understand what's happened, Venezuela is directly plugged in with China and Russia. Vladimir Putin is demanding the return of Nicolas Maduro. What do you think is going to happen if they refuse? You think he's just going to take that line down with all them submarines off the coast of America? All those ships in the Caribbean? You think he's just going to go, oh man, America just being America? No, they are going to start doing what America's enemies have had to suffer for literal centuries, and that is bombardment of America, and it cannot happen soon enough. It can't happen soon enough. And I see people looking up here going, man, how could you say that? How could I not? If somebody dropped a bomb on your family and killed innocent people, children, women, you would stop at nothing to make sure your cause was at least heard.
Right.
Furthermore, that justice was served. But imagine if justice has been suspended for 5 centuries. See, again, that's why we try to say to you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you're God's people. You should be eagerly awaiting the justice to befall this place. And sister, if you're Native Hispanic, you're a princess. Keep God's laws. See, we're not above telling our sisters that they're princesses. They're nobility. I know the world don't treat you like that, but you are. But the only way you're going to get your tiara back, right, because you don't get a crown, you get a tiara. You know, that little slim crown they get. See, we couldn't give you that in this kingdom. You would act a damn fool. But see, the reality is, our sisters are in fact princesses. And the brothers who walking around here are princes. But see, the reality is, all these heathen are sitting on horses. So they think they're above us. Not understanding slavery is their lot.
That heathen on that nag.
On that now. Also, damn Samuel L. Jackson Stevens shit. But see, the reality is, that's how these heathen act when they come over here. Don't have a piece of a change in your pocket. Then they start complaining, man, y'all over here in America, y'all lazy, man. Y'all, well, why you get to succeed over here? I should be able to succeed. I just came here. But see, that's the hatred that they have towards God's people.
God bless you.
Which one? Because the God of the white man, please don't bless me. Nope. No E's in Paleo Hebrew. Got it wrong. Nope. He ain't your God. Give me Amos 3:1 real quick. As a matter of fact, let's get it short. Joel 2:27. 2:27. 2:27. See, the white man thinks he gets to call upon the same God of the people that they raped, robbed, and enslaved. And if that's a Filipino woman, you need to get away from that man.
Joel chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
And what?
And none else.
One more time.
And none else.
Keep going.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
So you got it straight out of Joel 2:27. Most High God saying he is the God of the Israelites and none else. So to you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, the Most High God is your God and none else.
That's right.
We're not making it up. Say what you want about why we said it, but the fact that the Bible says it, you should be questioning. Wait, if God is only our God, why is everybody else calling on him? It's a good question, brother. Ask yourself. Because if he's only your God, why are you on the bottom of everyone's shoe while they're hopping up and down, singing the praises of their nations and the praises of their success? Meanwhile, you're burying your loved ones. You're clocking in on a Monday, damn head hurting, arm hurting, going to do another 14-hour shift to make a white man rich. Why? If God is only your God. What if I told you for breaking God's commandments, he put you at the bottom of the earth? Read Deuteronomy 28 if you need proof.
When you turn back, you shall stay there.
Yeah, had we have repented and started keeping God's commandments, maybe the Most High God would have persuaded these damn pale devils to stop leaning on us so hard. Maybe some of our Northern Kingdom brothers wouldn't be sitting in cells right now at the border. They would have their children with them. Maybe. Maybe if our Southern Kingdom brothers didn't coon so hard, our women wouldn't be aborting over 250,000 babies every year. Maybe. See, again, that's why it's important to understand the curses in this Bible. But most of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't understand that you have a standard to live up to. You have a God that chose you. Whether you choose him or not is irrelevant. God chose you. See, ain't it funny? The white man teach you that God is so powerful, but you get to choose him and tell him what to do. People don't understand. The Most High God either chose you or he didn't. It's not a matter of your preference. And I'm one of the few teachers who will not bend on that. Either get in order or get lost. The Most High God doesn't have room for people who are, going two ways about it. Read Revelations 3. Christ tells you directly that he would rather you be hot or cold. But because you're lukewarm, you'll be spewed out of his mouth. And if that's how the Son sees things, how much more the Father? But, brother.
17, 1 through 3.
Yeah, go and get it.
Revelations chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Uh-oh. We got that beast again with the 7 heads and the 10 horns. But this time we have a whore that's sitting on top of this beast, leading this beast to go to and fro and do certain things. Can you get me Lamentations? I believe it's 4:21. As a matter of fact, get me Psalms 137. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh.
We gonna get both of those real quick. Yeah.
And start at 7.
Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon.
Oh, who?
O daughter of Babylon.
Keep going.
Who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Uh-oh.
So now you got the virgin daughter of Babylon being mentioned here in the book of Psalms, chapter 137. But yet, when did the daughter of Babylon take our babies and bash them against rocks? I know the Edomites took our babies and bashed them against rocks. And ain't it handy? It refers to the virgin daughter of Babylon as both those things. The children of Edom and the virgin daughter of Babylon. Again, if you don't understand who's who in the Bible, how can you break down prophecy? But let's get that Lamentations real quick. 4. Lock him in. There we go. And start at verse 21.
Actually, start again.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 20. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Oh, no, finish up.
He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Now, to those of y'all who speak Bible and understand that this was written by Jeremiah, why is Jeremiah prophesying about the recompense coming to the Edomites when we went into slavery to the Babylonians during his time? Anybody? It's a good question. See, again, we prophesy in part. But when these things come to happen, then we understand, oh, that's what God was talking about. Every time you see a prophecy come to fruition and you identify it, you should see the imagery of a throne and an afro sticking up over it, and it's the Most High God. And you watching his back, you just caught up.
Right.
He never even got off his throne, and you just come catching up. And you're just catching up with his words and his pronouncements. How you doing, brother? Got time for the Bible today? If you're Native Hispanic, just know you're an Israelite. Keep God's commandments, all right? And be safe, brother. Be safe. Definitely be safe. There's a lot of shit going on, man. See, again, that's why we out here, man.
Right.
See, we got to preach these scriptures. You know, we just out here to tell people about Jesus. Y'all believe in Jesus? Yeah, all right. Y'all know who Jesus came for? Yeah, let's see. Give me Matthew 15:24. Oh, man.
Sorry, you gotta take a picture. I'll be back.
She like, nah, hell nah.
wait. No. Listen.
I want to say it because if they come back up here, I want to see the looks of disappointment. Petty like that.
Crushed soul.
For real. Petty like that. Oh, they're going that way? All right, go ahead and get it. Damn it.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So we got the words of Christ, him saying he was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So who are the Israelites? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you are the Israelites. You are the people that Christ was sent for. As a matter of fact, go to John 17. Because Christ told you he prays not for the world, right? But for those which he was given. Get me John 17 and 9.
John 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
Now, he goes on to say, and all mine are thine. So those that were given to Christ are the Israelites, the rod of God's inheritance, his chosen people. So you've got to understand the Most High God is really just giving his kingdom to his son. And we are the servants in that kingdom, God's chosen children. So the Most High God gave the Israelites to his son to be a king over. See, that's why it's so important to understand what it says in the Bible. See, again, I don't mind playing the role for a second just to, make them think like, oh, yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Jesus.
Because they think Christ is just sent here to love on everyone. And the Bible doesn't say that. Yeah, on some Oprah business, you get a car, you get a car. That's not what Christ said. Christ said he was only sent to the Israelites. And my question is, why does everybody in fact need Christ? I'm really confused about that. Hey, the white woman holding up a peace sign when all their people done is rape, rob, and murder in the earth, that's golden. I wish the white man and woman would just be honest about who they are and what they do. Peace is the last thing that you bring anywhere. Stop it. Yeah, for real, if you held up a little gun symbol and went bang, bang, I'm like, yeah, you're right.
That I believe.
Yeah, that I believe, and I know to be a damn fact. We see it every day. And see, and if they were honest about who they were, so many of our people would stop being confused about where they're at. I cannot tell you how many blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians think they are at home in America under the foot of their damn enemy simply because their enemy smiles and talks peaceably unto them instead of realizing those are the sons and daughters of slave owners. And they're only peaceable with you while you are in your capacity as a servant. But the moment you step outside of those parameters, you see the real beast come out. You get the beast that was smearing shit on the White House walls when they stormed the White House all them years ago. Again, that's why I don't mince my words. I don't want you to pray for me, Mr. White Man. I don't want you to say, hey, peace be unto you. I don't want none of that shit. Be honest. Because by peace, they have destroyed many. But you ain't going to destroy us up here because we know who you are. But keep going, brother.
Yeah, we got that 17 and 3, right? 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Get me. Yeah, we're gonna go 4 through 6.
Oh, on this one? Okay. 17, 4 to 6, John 17?
No, Revelation. I forgot we in John 17. So
Revelation 17, 4 to 2.
yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I talked about that.
Horns, a woman riding on the beast.
Yeah.
Right, so we just went over, again, we see the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns. We know that to be the beast with the 7 heads to be Rome and the 7 provinces thereof, and the horns, those who would have power 1 hour with the beast, who you can surmise as the so-called EU or the European community, the EC10. Right, also to be known as the 10 toes in Daniel 2. Partly strong, partly broken. How you doing, King? You got it, man. Keep going. Yeah, buddy. But, yeah, keep going. We setting up.
Revelation 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
You got to understand just how dumbfounded John must have been as he saw these things. He's seeing the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns that he likely read about in Daniel. And this time, he's seeing more detail. He's seeing a woman riding upon the beast. And he's being given insight as to what this woman is doing on the head of the beast. She's not only leading the beast, but she's benefiting from the actions thereof. She's decked in scarlet and in purple and in precious stones and gold and all types of things. And she has a golden cup in her hand with the blood of the saints. And then he got to hear the appeals and the supplications that these spirits of these saints that have been martyrs, they died for the cause of spreading the gospel, for being proper adherents to serving God and Christ. He gets to hear their complaints to the Most High God, asking for justice. He must have been complete, like Daniel fainted when he had some of these visions. I can only imagine what John the Revelator went through.
Right.
How you doing, bro? But see, the thing is, he got to see who America is through prophecy. That virgin daughter of Babylon. That whore that rides atop the beast. Here she is right here. It's America. See, again, that's why we're out here. Gotta explain this stuff. Right? So we're going 7 through 9. Okay. Oh, wait. 4 through 6. No. Get me 8, and then we're going to be here a while. 8 through 18.
Yes, sir.
Revelation 17, verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend unto the bottomless pit.
Out of the bottom.
Oh, Salaki.
No, you good.
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not, and yet is.
Remember how we said that America is the rebirth of the Roman Empire? The beast that was, but is not, or ceased to be, and yet is. Rome rose in its prominence, and then descended from glory and fell. And then, for a large span of time, the Byzantine Empire, right? Or the Eastern Roman Empire, right? I don't know. But you saw, essentially, the Western Roman Empire be put on ice. Wasn't dead, because who carried the torch? We did. We made sure the Roman Empire didn't die. Foolishly, but according to prophecy. And after that 1,000 years, they ascended out of the pit. What pit are we talking about? How about the same place where food don't grow? Did you know the Bible says a Chinese man is a wash pot? Where you literally put filth and garbage. But then when you see them eating rat, cats, and bats, I mean, there it is.
Right.
See, again, they look at us like garbage, but yet, last time I checked, your nation built on slavery too. Just like America.
Right.
That's why your ass going into the same cotton field the white man going into, and ain't enough copying black people gonna save you. Had to take a small aside. I mean, the camera could see it. You know what I'm saying? See, again, when the natural born servants look at us crazy, I can't help but comment on it. Because at this point, y'all should already know the people with the salt are the blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. God's chosen people. The same people y'all can't help but copy. In all of our works, good and bad. Especially copying black folks. Y'all can't get enough of that shit. See, why you think the white woman don't want to have kids no more? because she copying the black woman who run her ass to Planned Parenthood, kill her kids. That scepter not departing from Judah. If only y'all understood the prophecy. Basically, y'all were put in the position to steer from the back seat. So if you shoot the driver in the back of the head and the car go off the cliff, you going with it.
Right.
But if you tell the driver, hey, take a right, you taking a left, you shouldn't do that. Not only does your driver get to their destination on time, but so do you. So I know some of these metaphors, some of y'all can't keep up with them. It's cool. See, again, we have to say these things because blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you've been told you're nobody when you're the crux of the entire world. Hey, look at those Kunlun slaves the Chinese man had during the Tang Dynasty to build the Great Wall, the wall they won't shut up about. See, again, that's why I study history, because I don't like these damn gooks and crackers walking around here talking about they know shit when really they stand on our shoulders.
KUNG.
Kun-Lun. Kunlun. See, again, and then they try to say that, oh, they didn't use slavery to build those walls. Yeah, they did.
Or you want the part with that they built the wall? Or you want the actual information?
Yeah, I could, either one, it don't matter. It don't matter. So the term Kunlun slaves, Chinese, or Kunlun Nu, refers to dark-skinned people primarily from Southeast Asia, South Asia, and eventually East Africa. Now, you notice how they try to say from Southeast Asia and South Asia? What they try to do is they try to dull the edge of slavery. Because the way that the people from East Africa, places like Zanzibar, Madagascar, South Africa, the way that they got to China in the first place is via the Silk Road slave trade.
Right.
See, that's why they're constantly trying to dull the edge of their involvement with slavery, because it's a very shameful thing. It's a shameful thing to have to admit that your entire empire is built on the backs of slaves. All praises, all praises. You want to read it?
Going further down, it says Africans who were brought to China via the maritime and Silk Road trade routes, largely through Arab traders.
So that affirms what we're saying. See, and to my brother walking by, look that up when you get home, man. Kunlun slaves. They took black Negroes to China. Kunlun. You into Marvel Comics at all? You know Iron Fist? He's from Kunlun. That's you, brother. The Kunlun slaves, they invented Kung Fu. See, again, that's why you got to know your history. Because everybody's standing on the shoulders of black people, not just the white man.
Right.
Why do you think the Chinese man, he never hesitates to open a restaurant in your neighborhood? Why do you think he wants to be a break dancer? Why do you think he has choreographers and singing coaches going to China and Japan? Moab and Ammon, respectively. Why do you think they have us going over there giving them lessons on how to do what we do? Because they too, just like the white man, can't get enough of our culture, can't get enough of our labor, can't get enough of our trends, our cuisine, our science. Last time I checked, everybody likes the car. That's the Patterson Car Company. Last time I checked, if you have heart problems, you get a pacemaker just like anybody else in America. That was made by Otis Boykin, a black man. Hell, what am I talking about? The internet ties us all together. Alan Imtaj, already told you. Search engine made by Archie, or made by him, and it's called Archie. And that's not even talking about, what is his name? Philip Ngwali, I can't say his name, he's from Nigeria. But he made the algorithm that they use for Facebook. I could go on and on and on and on. If you got refrigeration in your truck, that's from a black man. If you got a train, Benjamin Banneker, that's from a black man. If you got a light bulb, Louis Latimer, that's from a black man. If you got GPS, that's a black woman. If you got a damn microphone, that's a black woman. How about VoIP, voice over IP, another black woman.
You know, if you walking on with life on this earth, that's from a black man.
Yeah, hey man, if you walking around here on this earth, niggas are the reason why you here. So get it right. That's why, again, when them damn rice burners walking around looking at us like, huh, it's like, man, say that shit. I know you like your cousins and your sisters. Y'all got a real incest problem. I don't let no damn heathen look down on us knowing how wicked these damn people are? Hell no. Because we're the ones with a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. Not them.
Right.
We're the ones chosen of the Most High God, not them. And it's not a matter of anybody liking it. It is what it is. That's why blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you might want to read Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Not equal, not near to, above. Distinctly superior. So forgive us if we have a superiority complex because we just so happen to be superior.
Better in all forms and fashions.
In all forms and fashions, we are better. Unfortunately, we're better at doing wickedness too. See, again, you got to bring it full circle. You know, we the Michael Jordans of niggerdom. I'm gonna be real with you. Dunk it from the damn 3-point line when it comes to niggerdom. Shit. But so what we have here is we have Mystery Babylon being outlined here in Revelation 17. And what we also have about to play out is the judgment that she's going to receive. Right? You just read 8, right? Yeah, and 9, right? Actually, read 9 again. Because not only did we just acknowledge the beast with the 7 heads, which is the Roman Empire, or the reborn Roman Empire, when you acknowledge the head that was wounded to death, or the beast that was and was not and yet is. But when you acknowledge the 10 horns, you got to wonder, why is it that all these tributaries to America, why are they playing along so well with America and her schizophrenic policies? Let's see.
Revelation 17, verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet. And the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings, 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
See, until the recent fallout with the EU, America used to have all of the European community in their back pocket. If they needed troops to go somewhere, somebody was going to send them. If they needed more tanks, somebody was going to send them. What's the evidence for that? Ukraine.
Right.
Ukraine's an excellent example. And now that America's pulled out of the EU due to the Ukrainian conflict spiraling out of control, now you see the EU functioning like a chicken with its head cut off. Germany pulled out of the EU. I don't know if y'all know that. They pulled out. Germany is a huge economic partner in the EU. Without Germany, it's insolvent. Greece has been insolvent literally for decades. You've got France now having meetings with Vladimir Putin, Emmanuel Macron. But yet, they're supposed to be America's once close ally.
Salazar been saying from a long time ago that France is going to be one of the first ones to jump that shit. They're going to turn their back.
I'm going to tell you, France ain't got no choice. Because after they got their ass kicked by the Haitian man, the Levite, his blessing came into effect. He struck through the loins of his enemies, and they rose not again. France ain't been shit since Napoleon got his ass sent back from Haiti, back to Toulouse and Waterloo. And you know that's exactly what happened. After he took that L in the Caribbean, he took an L everywhere else.
I said, you ain't shit and ain't never going to be shit.
Yep, ain't shit, ain't ever gonna be shit again. Most High God honors his word and his promises. That's why to you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you might want to figure out what they are. But see, the Most High God put it in the mind of all these nations for a span of time to be in lockstep with America. But now that that time is ended, the Most High God has put it in their mind to separate and to do their own thing. Hence, now you see the real fulfillment of Daniel 2 and the 10 toes being partly strong and partly broken. You're seeing that kingdom divided against itself. And if Satan cast out Satan, how then can his kingdom stand?
Right.
See, again, we prophesy in part, but when it comes to fruition, it's no longer prophecy. We know in part. And once we see it completely in hindsight, we don't prophesy anymore. We just know it. Keep going, brother.
Verse 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords, and King of kings. And they that are with him are called, and chosen, and faithful. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues.
Ooh. So we covered really two things. Not only do we see what the place where the whore is sitting. How you doing, brother? If you're Native Hispanic, you're an Israelite, man, keep them commandments. You a king on earth. But we see that the place where the whore sitteth, those are nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues. These are kingdoms, like we said. Right? So what you have is you have a parent nation governing the affairs and the decisions of all these lesser nations. And when you see the horns, these are also nations that share power with the beast for 1 hour. Tributaries. Lesser tributaries, but still part of the beast. Like my finger is a lesser part of my whole body, but it's still part of me. But what you're seeing now in the Bible, it's giving you the lowdown on what's what and who's who. Keep going, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was one more.
And when it talks about them essentially, where is it? Verse 14, making war with the Lamb. This is talking about when the Messiah comes. Who you think they're going to be fighting? That battle of Armageddon. Right? Well, what's it? The battle of armies. You know what I'm saying? The final battle to end all battles. That's when the Messiah is going to return and all these nations are going to unite to try to fight against him. Read Ezekiel 38. But it's all here in Revelation 17. Keep going.
Verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Uh-oh. So not only are they going to turn and hate the whore, they're going to eat her flesh, or they're going to devour her resources, and then they're going to burn her with fire. What type of fire are we talking about? Nuclear weapons. We're seeing it all shape up now. That's why, again, what happened in Venezuela today, people need to be very, very conscious that this is biblical prophecy playing out right in front of your eyes.
Stop looking at the small pieces and start putting those pictures together and see the whole piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, put the puzzle together. A lot of y'all are reading the Bible not understanding this is a book of prophecy. This ain't just a book of just professions from God. Yes, it is that. But the real important thing toward the end of this story, this kingdom, is the prophecies that are written in the Bible. It's very important to understand what the end means for the Israelites and for the heathen. It's very important. So I'm going to tell you, the end is here. And those of y'all who don't have knowledge and wisdom, you're going to perish. I'm talking to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. God's chosen people. How you doing, brother? Hey, man, doing great. Preaching the word. You saw what happened in Venezuela, right?
Yep.
You know the prophecies to look at in the Bible?
No.
Zechariah 1, Revelations 17, and Daniel 7. Read those and come back to us next Saturday, all right? All right, bro. Be safe, man. And to the rest of you hard-headed ass niggas, man, time running out. Hey, it is what it is. Because you ain't going to have forever to keep snubbing God and saying, I don't got time for this. Eventually, you're going to hear them air raid sirens going off over here.
Right?
See, and if we lived in a just world, you would already hear them. Because taking somebody's president through an act of war should necessitate a response. But yet, the Most High God is putting it in all these people's hearts to still negotiate. Why is that? Give me Proverbs 20 and 24. Yeah, but. See again, man, it ain't personal. We just out here to try to steer our people the right way.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man that understand his own way?
And then give me a 21 and 1. Yeah, just go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
So we literally have two witnesses in the Bible. Proverbs 20 and 24, Proverbs 21 and 1. The way of man is not in himself, as it says in the book of Job. I wanted to get that, but we'll get that another time. Right? The Most High God dictates the actions of men. Right? Hence why, despite America bombing Venezuela, they're still trying to negotiate. You hear what happened in Venezuela, sister? Yeah, they bombed over there. Did you know that's in the Bible? I can show you if you got 5 minutes.
I don't, but God bless you.
Which one? What God you talking about? I don't know. There's a lot of them up there. Some say the white man is God. Is that your God? Have a good night, sister. See, I keep saying it, man. We try to get this knowledge out for free. Y'all need to read Amos 8, man. That famine of the word coming, man. It's coming. And when it get here, you brothers and sisters going to be looking for us. And we are not going to be out here.
Right now, they can't run away fast enough. And when that happens, they're going to be trying to run to us as quick as possible.
Oh, my God.
They're going to be gone.
Oh, give me a Isaiah 32 real quick. I've been reading it all damn week, so I just want to get one thing out of it at least, shit. And get me a 32 and start at 9.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come.
The vintage is going to fail. This nation is going to fail. And when it fails, we ain't going to just gather together and be like, hey, what we going to do? This was talking about when we were going in slavery to the Babylonians. But it's come full circle. And here is God through Isaiah saying, rise up, ye careless daughters. Get off your ass and stop being lazy. Figure out what's going on. Go up to verse, start at 1. Actually, no, start at 2. And go down to 4.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in the weary land. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerers shall be ready to speak plainly.
See, again, a man is going to be a hiding place from the rough winds that are to come. And not just any man, a man of righteousness, a man of the Lord. Most of you sisters, you couldn't identify a righteous man if he literally sent you flowers and smacked you in the mouth with them. And it's evidence of that is here in damn Babylon. You got the prison, or what is it, the pen pal program, where these women so desperate for men, they write niggas in prison. Where they trying to get the next hookup on some damn, a mugshot babe. Some nigga with gray eyes, or a model-esque nigga who in there for triple homicide. Our women, they can't identify a righteous man, but when you look in the Bible, a woman was never supposed to identify a righteous man. Her father was supposed to do that for her. The Most High God understands your limitations. That's why he has wrought a new thing in the earth. A woman has compassed a man. Now a woman gets to tell you, hey, this is what's going on. And ever since that came to be, the world has gone to hell in a handbasket. Now you women talk about how come the men don't want to date us no more? Because y'all got to have y'all way and y'all pissed everybody off. Now nobody want to talk to you because they realize how crazy, deranged, and unreasonable you are. But if you look at the Bible, it says that the heart of a woman is snares and nets. It says there's nothing more despicable than a woman being envious of another woman. Hell, it says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Right.
We ain't saying it, Bible saying it. And see, a lot of people, they get in their feelings because you've been told that everybody's the same. Everybody is not the same.
They shameless.
Yeah, you in your feelings because you shameless. Because any woman who's a woman of God knows she needs her husband, a righteous man of God. Can you imagine David's wives after they got kidnapped? Talking about, I'm independent, I'm a survivor, I'm not going to give up, all that shit. They would have got put to death. Yeah, I don't need no man. King David show up, hey, I'm here to save y'all. Shit, I'm about to save myself, man. I don't need you, black nigga. See, again, that's how our women act now. How you doing, brother? Be safe, y'all. Thank you, thank you. See, again, that's why we bring this stuff out, man. Because the world is upside down. See, and I'm not trying to meddle in nobody's business, but if you lead your family's supposed to walk behind you, black man. Ain't nobody supposed to be telling you, hey, let's go this way. They supposed to be like, oh, you going that way? Yes, sir. Oh, we going left? Cool. We going upstairs? Cool.
One thing is, I let my wife know what's going somewhere.
Not saying to Mike.
It's funny that he says that because I was going somewhere with the rib, and I was telling her, like, look, it's this way. She's like, no, I think we need to go this way. I was like, you know what? Let's go that way. We go that way for a little bit. It's like, where's it at? Lost like hell. I was like, now, let's go back this way, like I was saying.
Hey, here's the thing. It's not about, oh, man, I'm the Lord of you. You got to listen to me. No, the Most High God, if you honor God the way you should as a man, you know you ain't making no decisions. Because your head is Christ. And Christ already told you what to do. Do what the Father told you to do. Ain't nobody free out here. Christ had to listen to his Father. Men have to listen to Christ. And the woman have to listen to her husband.
Right.
That's the Bible. What you think, Elder? Oh, all praises. I'll take it. Say it with pride, brother. You the leader. Because if there's a knock in the night, you got to lead down there and fight.
Right.
If a bill come, I know she ain't leading in. She like, hey, brother, what you doing? I know you still getting paid now. This bill needs to get paid now. So I'm going to tell you, one of the things that's leading our brothers away from this truth is the fact that your woman don't want to hear it. And you honoring her request when you need to tell her, hey, if you don't want her to hear it, just go home. I'll be right here. You know I'm going to be at. Getting this word, getting this Bible. She want to say sleep on the couch? Last time I checked, I'm the man of the house. You sleep on the couch. You so mad you don't want me in the bed with you? That's cool. Sleep on the couch. Man, you got to start putting your foot down, man. Because if you're messed up in your household, your whole household is falling. When Christ gave you the parable of the strong man and the intruder, he said if the strong man understood when the thief was coming, he would have prepared. And he would have fought against the thief. But what if you knew and you told your wife, hey, baby, there's some thieves coming. You know what she gonna say? Well, nigga, go stop them. She either gonna say, hey, nigga, go stop him, or call the police and get some old swole brolic niggas to come over here and help us. But she ain't gonna take it up on her shoulders to go and safeguard the house, because that's not her job. Again, everybody wants liberation and independence until it doesn't suit them to have it. It's not advantageous. Then all of a sudden, hey man, I need you to provide and protect like you're supposed to. And ain't it something, all these women talking about they want a man who's not into gender roles, and then they cheat on that man once they get him. And who they cheat with? A man who's into gender roles. You can't make it up. Y'all got time for the Bible? Hey man, we trying to say the man is in charge. He looking at us like, nope, that ain't true. I follow behind my woman. I'm just fine. See, again, give me a Jeremiah 48:10. Most of you men are cowards, man, and you don't understand. Most High God ain't rocking with you at all.
Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
So to you men who can't do the work of the Lord as you've been commanded to, you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men, you are cursed of the Lord. And I'm going to tell you, the Bible says it's better to dwell in the wilderness than to dwell and keep house with a riotous woman. So most of you men are cursed, and you won't even acknowledge it. You walking on eggshells around your woman because she get mad and start yelling. That's a curse. And that's because you ain't living according to the laws of God. Because look at a wise woman in the Bible. See, it's a foolish woman who plucketh her house down with her hands. But a wise woman builds her house. A righteous woman is a tower against death unto her husband. But a wicked woman is rottenness unto the bones. She makes his strength fail. You ever have a girlfriend, every time you have a damn idea, she the first one to say, no, that ain't going to work? She sows doubt and disorder before you even get a chance to see if it's going to work. The Bible tells you about women like that. Brother, you got time for the Bible today?
Everything I do.
I mean, I was talking to the darker brother. Are you Hispanic, brother? Well, is he Hispanic? Yeah? Okay, talking to both of y'all. Hey, how you doing, King?
Doing all right.
God bless you, brother.
God bless you. God bless you.
So, do you know who you are in the Bible, brother?
Yeah,
What tribe?
I'm a God.
Which one, though? There's 12 flavors to choose from.
I'm a God that came from heaven.
I know that. Give me Psalms 82 and 6.
God made me. I'm an image of him.
I know. Did you? But it's in the Bible that we're gods. Did you know
Yeah.
that? Let me show you where it's at,
We
though.
create and destroy.
Well, let me show you.
Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes.
So when the Bible says a God, we are rulers, divine ones, or judges. We're supposed to be judging righteously. Where do we get the standard to give righteous judgment?
You don't judge.
What you
You
mean?
can't judge. Because God said he's the only judge. You can't judge. I can't come over here and judge you because I'm not a judge. I can't do that.
So if you see me slapping the mess out of a woman, you can let me do it.
Hey, I'm going to say, bro, watch out, bro. We can't do that, bro.
But hold on. But that's judgment. But give me judge righteous.
Righteous judgment.
Yeah, give me judge righteous judgment. Because it's not that you can't judge, brother. As an Israelite, you have to judge righteously. Is that your father? Okay. Well, say you saw somebody breaking into his house. You gonna try to stop him. Now, what if you just sat there and went, I can't judge? You know what you gonna do when you see him the next time? You gonna slap the mess out of him and go, man, why you stop him?
Well, we can protect our family. They never said that. We got to protect our family.
No, you're right. That's a righteous judgment, brother.
Yeah.
But you know what I can't judge? Say I'm broke and I'm poor. You can't be like, man, you broke, man. You shouldn't have no money like that. You need to get your money up. That's unrighteous judgment,
Well,
brother.
it's not even that. But God, but-
Yeah, you got to do right by your brethren.
But God even said, a man that don't go out there and feed ain't gonna have a harvest.
Okay, then, okay.
You know what I mean?
Now, here's the thing, though. But you don't know that yet. You got to talk to that brother and figure that out. You can't just look at a brother and go, man, you homeless because you just lazy. Some of these people are literally homeless because they couldn't afford their bills anymore, and now they're on the street.
Yeah, but I can pick up grass, I can cut grass. That's their choice. In a modern way, that is their choice. Because anybody can do anything.
Do you know the rent rates are going up? And they're just springing it on people. You might pay your rent one month, next month it's $500 more. Did I choose that? No.
That's why you ain't leaving it to God. God got the last answer.
That's right. But what if I'm homeless and you're supposed to come help me? Now you see how you have to have the standard of the Bible.
I would help you and I give you a place and like you say you come my place and there you go.
Yeah, but
you guys make your money to pay rent.
you're right. Let me show you in the Bible how that works. Give me Leviticus 19:16 real quick.
Go and get that real quick. We're going to read two things from it.
What are you talking about? Oh, hold on. Come prove it. Hold on. If you're gonna say that, come prove it. Come prove it. Oh, so let me tell you. When the white man first came here, he had you worship a white Jesus, and he would burn you at the stake if you didn't. Now, here's the thing. He's going to talk crap from down there, but he won't come up here and prove it because he's a coward. He's a coward. I didn't say he was. So what is that? So what is this? 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 No, stop getting emotional. And what is this? What is this?
God, God ain't white.
It's a white Christ.
Ain't nobody said that.
No, but I literally said your people. That's why you're saying we're cherry picking, because you're a coward. Go home. To you brothers, don't get swayed by that, because when you're getting the word, the Bible says Satan cometh immediately.
Yeah, because God said he ain't white. He's all colored.
No,
He's not even a color. They don't know.
he's the color of the sardine stone. That's in Revelations 4.
I don't know what it's on.
It's a brown stone, brother. It's my color.
Our color.
Oh, yes, you're brown just like me. But, brother, listen to this real quick. Don't leave.
Oh, hold on.
We'll make it quick.
John chapter 7, verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
So judge righteous judgment. And then give me Leviticus 19:16 real quick. Real quick. You'll hear it. You can walk. Go. Yeah, but you'll hear it. You'll hear it.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord.
So you're not supposed to stand against the blood of your neighbor. If you see your neighbor in trouble about to get killed, your neighbor being another Israelite, you have to get involved, brother. That's righteous judgment. All right, King? God bless you, man. That's the color of God right there. God bless you, man. See, again, that's why we're out here. We're not dissuaded by these cowardly-ass white people who want to come up here talking trash. What's up?
Y'all do believe Jesus is the Savior?
Definitely, yes. Read Isaiah 63 when you get home.
Because some of y'all, you know what I mean?
No, I get it. But when you get home, Isaiah chapter 63. Read it. All right, King? Isaiah 63. Where it talks about the nature of Christ's return and what he's going to do to his enemies. See, that white man who came up here trying to go, oh, don't listen to them, they cherry pick. Okay, then prove us wrong. I thought you were supposed to prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. Being ready always to give a defense of the gospel. But when it comes to the white man, it's I say so. Don't listen to them because I said so. And not to mention, who was talking to him? No one was talking to him. But that's the audacity of your slave master. He thinks he could just walk up and go, hey, I told you not to talk to them. Don't do it. And you're supposed to be like, yes, sir. I was just sorry. I talked to the mean old niggers. All right, brother. Y'all be blessed. Y'all Israelites, keep God's law. Y'all too, be safe. Because see, again, man, where is he at when you can't pay your rent? Where is that same white man at going, it ain't right to fire him first? He been doing a good job. Knowing that we're the first fired, last hired. But when you say that his people are responsible for all the wickedness in the earth, here he comes. Oh, they cherry pick. That's not true. Meanwhile, how did the white man get America? Rape, robbery, and murder. How about Canada? Rape, robbery, and murder. How about parts of Mexico? Rape, robbery, and murder. How about South America? Same thing. Australia? Same thing. Tasmania? Same thing. New Zealand? Same thing. Why is the Japanese man over in Japan venerating white people with white features, blonde hair, blue eyes? Why? Because the white man raped, robbed, and murdered them. I can go down the list all damn day. Europe was not originally white. How'd they come into possession of it? Rape, robbery, murder. Same thing. But when it comes to his crimes, don't talk about that. Why are you telling people all the things that divide us? Because you divided us and you did those things. Simple. And notice, those brothers almost left without the word.
Right.
Not understanding that was his goal.
Exactly.
For you not to learn how to judge righteous judgment. Simple.
First thing came out of his mouth, don't listen to him.
Literally said, don't listen to them. Well, who should they listen to? You? That's always my second question. If people aren't supposed to listen to the men of the Lord, the Israelites, who are they supposed to listen to? What's going to help us to get out of this fallen predicament? How you doing, King? You believe in the Bible? What tribe you come from in it, real quick before you go?
Tribe?
Tribe.
I don't got a tribe.
Yeah, you do. Christ came from a tribe.
He said he's God's tribe.
Well, no, but that's not a tribe, though.
Yeah.
Because what tribe is it?
I have no idea what tribe I'm
Is your father a so-called black man?
from. No.
What is he?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican? You're from the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
Ephraim is a fruitful bow in the Bible. Y'all are likened unto a unicorn or a rhinoceros. Big, bulky people, very strong. Now, brother, if you got in the weight room, you'd be a force, man.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? But, brother, as an Israelite, keep God's laws, all right?
Will do. Appreciate
All right.
it. Have a good one.
You too, you too. And thank you for translating for that. I didn't hear it. I hear him.
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful family. Don't see enough of them. You know what I'm saying? We out here just to let our people know you are above all people. Don't get in your feelings. God chose you and God put you on a pedestal. Don't get in your feelings. So I'm going to tell you, the white man don't get in his feelings when he your boss at the job, knowing that he can't do your job. He don't go, hey, you know what? This ain't right. I'm going to split my paycheck in half and make sure we make even. I'm going to pay y'all in my department. I know y'all do all the work, and I sit in my office playing, solitaire and checking Facebook. So I'm going to make sure we all get paid the same. He don't do that. If anything, he revels in it. And then he tells you how much of a failure you are working for him.
Hard work, man.
Yeah, man, it's hard.
Oh, yeah, man, I tell you, man. Be going out. But that's what goes on. See, again, that double standard, it's unconscionable.
Until it benefits him. Yeah, the box going out.
It's cool. See, it's unconscionable until it benefits him. Or it benefits us instead of him. So that's when it's unbearable.
Ain't no way. Yeah, we took our turn off. Right, all of a sudden, it's just like, hey, man, that's wrong. Like, man, we all the same. You got to forgive. You got to preach love. It's like, man, you've been over here hating for the last 500 years. Now, all of a sudden, you want to get addicted to love. Right now, when I'm talking to my brother, I'm not even talking to you. But, y'all, we coming up on the end of the lesson. Let me see how much. We gonna do a part 2. Yeah, we gonna start back right here. Isaiah 33:1. We might even do a sit down because we read pretty much a lot of the lesson. I got the meat of what I wanted to get into, right? But again, in summary, the prophecies of the Bible are playing out. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing the enemies of the Israelites start to make their moves on the chessboard. Because you got to understand, the moves that are being made now, they cannot come back from these moves. Them kidnapping a head of state out of another nation and committing an egregious act of war, there is no, hey, let's say sorry for this and put him back in his home. Nah. As a matter of fact, I'm sure once we get home, we're going to probably see a lot of things falling out from this already. Again, it's very important that we keep the laws of God because at any moment you can see the chip roll through. Most people, again, we brought this out last week, man. 6G is about to be made the standard of America.
Right.
And that is to take advantage of AI and implantable devices. Implantable devices meaning the chip and the architecture that is like it. So our people don't understand what's going on. But let's go ahead and get Amos 8.
And COVID, what's his name? Elon Musk, he had that whole thing where they're doing implants in the brain so they can, people that are paraplegic can walk again.
Yeah, and those are going to be the miracles that are performed as a result of having the chip. So I'm going to tell you, man, there's going to be a lot of people when they see, not just the people who are handicapped being given, certain abilities back. When they're able to go further, hey, this guy's had the chip for about a month, and through manipulating his body, we have him secrete more testosterone and HGH. So now he looks like a superhero. And you got to remember, they're doing gene therapy and everything behind it.
It's going to be paid for this upgrade.
Yeah, pay for this upgrade. Now you don't have to go to the gym to get in shape no more. All we got to do is boop, 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 boop. See, you in shape, nigga. Instant Superman body. You going to have people out here going, hey, man, y'all told me the mark of the beast was going to be like I can't buy or sell. I can still buy and sell without it, but without it, look at them. Now understanding, like, man, that's the front end. What is the long ball of this shit?
Right.
And there's a grievous judgment and punishment that's going to befall those who take the chip. That's why we are out here to warn our people. But that warning is not going to go out forever. Give me Amos 8. And then we're going to get Revelations 22 and 14 through 15. And if you got anything, you can bring it up. Amos 8 and 11. And 12.
Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
So, when we're not on these corners, you're going to have people looking for us, man. Trying to make sense of all this madness that's coming up on the earth. Because, see, right now, we're freely giving this knowledge out. We're freely breaking down these scriptures. A lot of our people walking around with questions about the Bible, not understanding. This is where you get them answered. How you doing, King? Got time for the Bible today? Yes, sir. All right. How you doing, King? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You good? You got a cold, brother?
No, sir. No, sir.
No? Okay, that's good. That's good. KT? I'm Haya L. But I'm on Haya L. But we're out here to let our people know to keep the laws and statutes of the Bible and to tell the real Israelites to come back to God and repent. Do you know who the real Israelites are today on the planet? Okay. Now, what if I told you, give me Daniel 9 and 12. What if I told you whoever the Israelites are, they would go through the worst afflictions, the worst slavery, more so than any other nation on the planet? Who do you think the Israelites are, knowing that they would go through the worst of the worst? Well, how about the transatlantic slave trade? Okay, well, let's start. Give me that.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 12. And he hath confirmed his word, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven had not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
So under heaven, out of all the nations on the planet, has anybody gone into slavery like black people have in America? No. Except for other people who were here with us. Hispanics were in slavery with us. Did you know that?
So the Indians.
Yeah, the native Indians and our native Hispanic brothers, like Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, they were on the same plantations we were on. The only reason why there's black people in the Caribbean today is because the Spanish killed so many of the people who were already there, the Taino Indians. They got them down to about 600 people, and then they started taking us from the west coast of Africa, bringing us into those islands. That's why now when you go to Jamaica, Guyana, Panama, you see a lot of black people there. But some of them speak Spanish, some of them speak Creole, some of them speak English. But it's just a matter of who was your slave master. Was he French? Was he British? Was he Spanish or Portuguese? So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're the Israelites. What if we went into slavery because we didn't keep God's laws? Have you ever heard that in the Bible? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. No, you good. But that's why we out here, King. Because if we weren't out here, who was going to stop you and go, hey, brother, did you know you're an Israelite? Nobody. Go ahead. Okay. Did you know the Bible says God don't dwell in temples made with hands? That's why you don't hear it in the church. What do you hear in the church? You hear a pastor come up, he talk a little bit, he read one verse, and then y'all start singing and dancing, and then he collect money. But while you stand here, brother, we going to go in this Bible, and we going to keep pulling. Go ahead and get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, whoever the real Israelites are, for not keeping God's commandments, we would be under curses. What if I could show you that slavery is a curse? Give me 68. See, I want you to think about this while we read this, brother. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, aren't we the strongest and fastest people on the planet? We are. We're the most resilient. We're the smartest. We invent everything. How did the white man take us all into slavery at the same time? And he can't go outside without sunscreen? Check this out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So, this is telling us that we were going to Egypt again with ships. When the Israelites were in Egypt the first time, what were they doing? Remember, Moses had to lead them out of Egypt and say, let my people go? We went to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh wouldn't do it, so God sent the plagues on Egypt. The rain, the rain of frogs, the flies, the water turning to blood, the killing of the firstborn of every creature. God did all them things. And then Moses led us out of Egypt with the angel of the Lord leading us in the wilderness. That's what this is talking about. We would go back into Egypt again. We would go back into slavery with ships. The first time we went into slavery, brother, we walked there. But this time when we went into slavery over here, we went by ship. That's what this is talking about. And then it talks about we would be sold onto a very particular group of people. What did the Bible call the people who bought us in slavery? Our enemies. I have a question. Can the white man be your friend? Just be honest. Okay, I'll put it to you like this. Say you chilling in your house, right? I kick down your door, I throw you out, I throw all your possessions out, and I keep the stuff that I like. So if you got a PS5, I'm keeping it. You know what I'm saying? I keep all the stuff that you want, and I destroy everything I don't want. You sitting there beating on the door going, hey man, let me back in my house. And after about 500 years, I let you back in and go, hey, I'll let you in, but I'm not leaving. We both live here. Now, can I be your friend? No, it don't make sense. If you're my friend, I would have to give back everything, right? Everything I stole. I would also have to give back the labor that you did for me. Because not only did I kick you out of your house, you were cutting my grass, you were cleaning the gutters, you were grabbing my food, you were getting my groceries, you were wiping down my car every day. And every time you tried to get a girlfriend or a wife, I would steal her from you. And I'm not even talking about stealing her like, hey, I'm talking her up. I'm talking about, hey, get over here. You my girl now. Because you know the white man did that during slavery. He would rape our sisters. As I add more and more crimes, he cannot be your friend. Get me, separate thyself from thine enemy. Because did you know the Bible tells you to separate from your enemy? It does. I'm going to show you where to get it though. Because how can you serve God if your enemies don't do anything to serve God? This is why we're out here, brother, to remind our people who God is in the Bible and why we're suffering. Because we're only suffering because we don't keep God's law. Check this out.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends.
So we're supposed to literally be separating ourselves unto the Most High so that we can properly serve Him. I want to show you something. Give me a Sirach 33 real quick. 33 and start at 10 and read down to 15, right? Because I know some people might say, man, y'all are racist. It's not trying to be racist. We're just trying to separate our people so we can stop being afflicted. If you saw me getting jumped on by 3 people, I'm talking about they whooping my ass, brother. What's the first thing you're going to try to do? You're going to try to help. And the first thing you're going to try to do is get them off of me. Now, we've been getting jumped for 500 years. So now when we come out here and we tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to separate from all these other people, isn't it justified? It should be. Because it's not just the white man who takes advantage of you. Where are you from, brother?
From
Eagle Lake? Okay. Originally? Okay. So, if you in the hood, right, and I'm talking about mainly black folks, do you own the gas station? No, who be in there? Indians, Arabs, sometimes Chinese, sometimes African, because we're not African. They're a different people. We don't own those things. How about when you go to Walmart? Do we own Walmart? Nope. Dollar General? Nope. How about FUBU? You know, I'm going back in the day. That shows how old I am. You know what I'm saying? But we don't own any of these clothing companies. We don't own any of these stores. Did you know it's another curse that we have to go to our enemies in one of all things? So they're standing on our necks while saying we're a family. They deny you a job while saying, hey, brother, I love you, but you can't work in my store. Hey, don't marry my daughter. This is all in the Bible. This is what tells us to separate. Check this out.
Sirach, chapter 33, verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them, and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified, and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed, and brought low, and turned out of their places.
So what we're reading here is all of us come from Adam and Eve, right? But despite us all coming from Adam and Eve, some of the children of Adam and Eve are the different nations. Some God loves and he's set close to himself, and some God hates and he's set far away. Keep reading.
As the clay in the potter's hand, to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best.
So the Most High God chose according to what he prefers and what he doesn't like. I have a question, brother. Do you have a favorite pair of shoes? Okay. Okay. So your favorite pair of shoes is probably going to be sitting next to the door. They ready to be put on. You keep them clean. If you see a scuff mark on them, you make sure you take care of that. Now, what if you got a pair of shoes, they hurt your feet, you don't like them, they tear up quick, you don't like them shoes. You ain't going to be cleaning them up. You're going to probably throw them in the back of a closet. If anything, you'll probably give them away because you don't like them. Maybe there'll be something that somebody else will like. But as for you, you don't prefer them shoes. So you don't have them sitting right next to your favorite pair of shoes. That's how God has done people. God has separated the nations. It's not a hate-love thing. It's about what God prefers. Keep going.
Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two, and two, one against another.
And they go against each other. Good versus evil. One of the things that we often acknowledge here in America is white versus black. Now, that's not what we're on. However, that don't stop the white man from hating us. I want to show you something. Give me we're going to start at the beginning. Give me Genesis 27. I believe 27 and 43. Because do you know who the so-called white man is in the Bible? Did you know he's in the Bible? Now, the reason why you don't know, brother, is they never read it to you. No preacher reads Genesis 27. None. And the reason for it is because Jacob and Esau are who we're talking about. Jacob is the favorite of God, and Esau is rejected. We're going to see specifically. Hold on one second. As a matter of fact, let's go back to Genesis 25 and start at 22. I want you to hear this. This is the story of how the black man and the so-called white man, because neither of us are black or white, but that's what we're called here in America. This is how the Israelites and the Edomites started to have war with each other. Go ahead and start.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Now hold on. So what we have here is Isaac and Rebekah. Isaac is the father of Jacob and Esau. Rebekah is pregnant with twins. Now you know there's identical twins. They look up, identical. But then there's fraternal twins. They look different. Usually it's the result of two eggs being fertilized at once. So they might look similar, but usually they look different. But in this case, the Most High God has told Rebecca, because when she was pregnant, it was just, have you ever seen a pregnant woman, the baby kicking in her stomach? If she's pregnant with more than one baby, did you know the babies can fight in the womb? Yeah, they can fight in the womb, and that's what you're seeing here. She said, if it be of you, if I'm blessed to be pregnant by you, why am I having so many pains? Why does it feel like they're fighting in my womb? And God answered her and told her, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from your bowels, meaning 2 different people are going to come out of you when you give birth. And he said, one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder, the oldest, who is normally supposed to have more privileges and a birthright, a double portion, the elder is going to serve the younger. Let's see who comes out first. Keep going.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Repeat that, the name, one more time.
And they called his name Esau.
So Esau is the baby that was just born. He came out first. The Bible described him as being red all over. What people do you know that are called rednecks, brother? Caucasians. This is the first white man being born in the Bible. There he is, right there. People always wonder, well, where are white people in the Bible? Well, they're right there. He's the first one. And notice, he's the older brother. He came out first. Even if you have a twin, the one who comes out first is called the oldest, yes? So you have the elder twin. Keep going.
And after that came his brother. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
So when Esau dropped out, they were fighting so heavily that immediately Jacob was like, no, it's not over. And he came out and he grabbed his heel. So what you have is, this represents Esau's rulership and then Jacob's rulership. We're going to show you. All right? Keep going, brother.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But
That's all
Rebekah,
we need. So what you have here is a depiction of them as they grew up. Who are the people who like to go to the woods, put deer piss on themselves, sit in a deer stand, and shoot a deer while he's drinking water? Same people. What do you like to do on a Saturday, brother?
Breakfast. Watch a good TV. Go see the family.
Chilling.
Chill.
You like to stay in the house. It said Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. The word plain there doesn't mean without distinction or characteristic. The word plain in Hebrew means perfect. When you look at the black man, again, we're the fastest, we're the strongest, we have the highest capacity for learning. But despite all those advantages, what does a black man normally like to do? Stay at home and chill. Make sure his family's all right. Do his job, go home, and not hurt nobody. Even if you got $1 million, brother, would you change and be like, man, now I want to travel the world and get in everybody's business? Probably not. Can you say the same thing for the so-called white man? He gotta know everything, he gotta go everywhere and get in everybody's business. It's right here. We're not making it up. Now, just because he was born first, he had a birthright. Let's see how the white man fucked that up. Go ahead and start at verse 30. Now I have a question. If somebody were reading the Bible to you like this, wouldn't you want to know more about the Bible? Yeah, you would. But if they're telling you the Bible says to love everybody, it's like, okay, so you tell me to hug everybody. I got to hug the same people who raped my grandmothers, the same people who are walking on stolen land today. I got to love those people. That's why our people turn away from the Bible. Because guess what? The Bible doesn't say that. We're going to show you something right after this. We're going to go to Numbers 35, 33. Keep going.
Genesis 25, verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Now, so you have Esau. He's coming in from hunting. And Jacob is sitting there, he's cooking some pottage. And Esau is hungry, he about to faint. He's like, hey man, feed me some of that soup you cooking. And it was made with red lentil beans. And because he basically what's about to go down, he's called after that soup. He's called an Edomite. Edom just means red. So the Edomites of today, so-called white people, are descendants of this man right here, Esau. Keep going, brother.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Now, what is one thing black people are known for doing when we ain't got no money? Hustling. We hustle, right? So you got Jacob, he cooking, right? And Esau like, damn, man, I'm about to die. Like, I'm about to faint, man. I'm really hungry. And Jacob's like, okay, well, if you're hungry enough, sell me your birthright. You're the eldest son, right? You're going to get a double portion from our father before he dies. Sell me that double portion. And Esau is like, yo, what good is that going to do me? Can you imagine me and you, we're brothers. You're 21, I'm 23. I'm Esau, right? As a matter of fact, we're both 21. I'm just a few seconds older than you, but I got the birthright though. And you like, hey man, go ahead and sell me that birthright. And I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I'm about to die, man. And our dad is like 40. He's like 45. Pop's got another good 40, 50 years in him. I'm hungry right now. So yeah, you can have that. Yeah, you can have that birthright, man. Just give me that soup. That's what Jacob did. Now, let's see how that's going to bite Esau in the ass. Give me Genesis 27. We ain't going to hold you too much long, but you need to know this, brother. Because have you ever sat and wondered, why do white people hate black people so much? You can never put your finger on it because it don't even make sense. We haven't done anything to them people. As a matter of fact, we built their country. What you hate us for? If anything, we should hate you. But we don't. We forgive them and we love them anyway. But let's see why Esau hates us. Right? Get me 27. And you know what? Let's get the blessing of Jacob. Right? Start at 26. Now I'm going to set the stage for you. Right? Rebecca, Jacob and Esau's mother, they know Jacob is about, Isaac is about to die, right? Their father is old, he's losing his vision, he's going blind. Usually when somebody's that old and they start losing their vision and stuff, they about to check out. Rebecca gets with Jacob and she's like, look, you're my favorite son. And in the spirit, I've been told by the Most High God to lead you to go get that birthright. Now you got to remember, Esau already sold it. But what does the white man do when he makes a deal with you? Your name is KT, right? All right, when you sign a contract with the white man, don't you hold up your end of the contract? You try your best, but when the white man signed the contract, does he hold up his end? Hell no. Yeah, he puts on the appearance. Yeah, man, we're going to employ you, KT. You're going to be here for 2 years. Let something happen where they're like, man, KT messing up, man. I don't like him no more.
This ain't working out.
Yeah, it's not working out. He's hard to work with. You know, KT keeps taking days off work talking about his dad is sick. Man, we're going to fire him. Brother, 1 year I had 8 jobs. Just getting fired after all of it. But that's how it is when you're dealing with the white man. They don't hold up their end of the bargain. That's what Rebecca was trying to prevent her son, Jacob, from experiencing at the hands of his brother. Because Esau was a cunning hunter. He made that promise to give his birthright, not aiming to keep it. And Rebecca already knew that. So this is where we're at. Go ahead and start at verse 26.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now and kiss me, my son.
So Isaac is saying, hey, I can't see you. Come over here. Hey, kiss me, my son. So basically, you know how your father kiss you on the cheek? he was doing that to Jacob, trying to see if it was Esau. Because he's like, hey, I'm about to check up out of here. I need to get these blessings out, these birthrights, right? So he like, hey, come over here, Esau. Let me make sure it's you. Keep going.
And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field, which the Lord hath blessed.
So what Jacob had done is he put a bunch of deer skins and goat skins on himself. Because aren't white people real hairy? Yeah, they are. That's what Rebecca had him do. He made the venison. Remember it said Esau cooked venison, and that's why Jacob liked it. So Rebecca cooked that same meal. She got a bunch of goat skins, and she put it on his arms, his back, and on his chest. So when Isaac would hug his son, he'd go, yeah, this is Esau. I could feel the hair. Okay, it smells like the field because he's a cunning hunter. He always outside. So you know how little kids, when they come in from playing, they smell like outside. That's how Esau would smell all the time. So the smell check, it checks out. The touch check checks out. But he can't see, so it don't matter what he see. So you're like, hey man, as far as I'm concerned, you Esau. Keep going.
Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Ooh. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee.
So let me get this straight. The blessing that Esau was going to get, don't that sound like the kingdom of heaven? You getting all the corn and wine that you can eat and drink. And I'm talking about like bountiful fields of food. You know, imagine having a brook of clean water that never runs out. Imagine having your favorite meal. And I'm talking about all your favorite fruits, vegetables, meat, everything never runs out. A pristine earth that's yours to command. He also said, let your brethren bow down to thee and serve thee. So now all these other nations that you rule over, they're not talking about, hey man, where's my rulership? They're like, nah, my Lord, what do you need? That's what Esau gave away. That was the birthright that he gave away for a bowl of soup. Now let's keep going. Now you understand what Jacob took from Esau. But did he really take it? No, Esau gave it to him. Because didn't he sell it for a bowl of soup? Now, I have a question. My car. If I gave you my car, and I'm talking about I signed over the title, I gave you the keys and everything, and I sold it to you for $1, can I then take you to court and say, hey, it's not fair, he only gave me $1? No. Why? Because we agreed to it. That's what this is. All right. Let's start at... Yeah, start at 32. It's fine. You know what? Keep going. Just keep going. We're going to make it quick because I know you have.
And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac, his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
So soon as Jacob got that blessing, he got about the area. When Jacob hustled and we get the bag, don't we leave real quick? Hey, player, it's been good. I got some stuff to handle. I got to go. As he's walking out, Esau walking in with the soup. He like, hey, I got that venison, Dad. What's going on? Why you dressed like that? It don't matter. I'm going to get my blessing. And Jacob going, yeah, man, he all yours.
Good luck, bitch.
Yeah, good luck, man. He all yours. Keep going.
And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac, his father, said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau.
This is when Jacob realized, oh shit, something's wrong. Because if Esau is now coming in, who was that I just blessed? You see? So now Esau is like, hey, it's me. I got the venison that you wanted, remember? And Isaac is like, no, the venison's right there on the table. I already ate it. And you were just here. I just blessed you. Hold on a second. I think something's wrong. Somebody tricked us. Keep going.
And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison, and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Ye, and he shall be blessed.
So Isaac is saying, hey man, I already blessed whoever got that blessing. I can't take that back. So now Esau's like, yo, wait a minute. That's my blessing. You gave it to somebody else? And Isaac is like, yeah, man. It is what it is. Keep going. We're going to see what Esau's blessing is, though.
And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing.
So in other words, with craftiness, Jacob came and he took your blessing. He fooled me. But he still got it, though. You know what I'm saying? If you rob the bank, it don't matter how much the niggas at the bank cry, you still got the money. Unless the cops catch you and get that money and bring it back. But what if it's nothing tangible? What if it's just a blessing? If I say, hey brother, you're gonna find $1 million at the end of this walkway, and you know it's gonna happen. Whoever I say this to, they gonna find that million. You gonna make sure that you the one who get that message. Now what if you know that I'm gonna give that blessing out, and somebody push you down, and they spray me with mace so I can't see, and they walk up and they go, oh, I'm the brother that you was just talking to. I'm KT. Yeah, man, you know me. Yeah. And then they have me feel their hair, and they put some wool on their hair to emulate our hair. And I go, well, it feels like KT, sounds like him. Hey man, KT, you gonna find a millie at the end of that walkway. You gonna find $1 million. And then you come up going, hey man, that's my $1 million. I'm sorry, I already told him. That's what we're seeing here. Keep going.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
Now, when he says that his name is rightly named Jacob, Jacob means supplanter. Supplanter means, in today's terms, hustler. Jacob's name literally means hustler, supplanter. So, you mean to tell me that the father of blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians is named supplanter or hustler? But that's what we do as a people. We always make a way, no matter how bad it might be. We make a way because we hustle. But that is our nature, and we got the kingdom of heaven by it. Keep going.
And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
So Isaac is telling Esau, hey man, I already gave him the kingdom of heaven. The other nations are going to serve him. He's going to get the corn and wine of the earth. He's got the blessing of heaven. What more can I give? And Esau is still begging for a blessing. What happens if you ask for something too much and there's nothing good left? You might get something that's bad, correct? If you ask too much. So this is what's happening. Esau's like, yo, I want a blessing. It's not fair. He took my blessing. I want something. And Isaac is trying not to do this because he understands this is going to condemn his son to give him this blessing. Check it out.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
Now, keep in mind, he's promising Esau the choice places of the earth, the best places. And it comes with a stipulation. Something very particular has to happen so that he can have these places. Check it out.
And by the sword shalt thou live.
Say that one more time.
And by the sword shalt thou live.
Who are the people on the planet? Everywhere they go, they spread war and death. Caucasians. By the sword shalt thou live. Keep going.
And shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
So, what we have here is that Esau is now being told he has to serve his brother. What didn't it say that the elder shall serve the younger? It did. But Esau's the elder, and now you're seeing why he's going to serve the younger. So the Most High God already chose Jacob, and he already said he doesn't want Esau, and now we're just seeing how it plays out. Keep going.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
So Esau said, hey, we're about to bury our father. We're going to be, lamenting and grieving his death and departure. But after we're done with that, I'm going to kill my brother. And he hated Jacob because of the blessing. Now you know why the white man hated us so. Now you know why the white man can have $1 billion in the bank. He can have one of the baddest bitches on the planet. Be driving a nice car. He riding around in a jet and a helicopter every day. But when he see you, he just like, I hate them niggas. It's because of the blessing. Because guess what? Our blessing is still to receive the kingdom of heaven. But what if I told you we have to go through slavery first? Give me Deuteronomy 30. We ain't going to hold you up too much longer. I just want you to see this. Because now that you understand that you're an Israelite and that the kingdom of heaven is promised unto us, I want to show you that the Most High God already accounted for us being scattered, because, Negroes are everywhere. We're called many names. We're called the Zanj in Zanzibar and Madagascar. Zanj, Z-A-N-J, just means black. We're called Negrito in Malaysia. You know what Negrito means? Little black person. We're everywhere, brother. And guess how they treat us everywhere? Like shit. And these other nations are our servants. But the thing is, though, while we're scattered, we're on the bottom of the earth. But brother, we about to be redeemed, man. When who do you think the Messiah is coming back to save? Now, don't it make sense? Go ahead and get that.
Deuteronomy 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
So let's break that down. This is the Most High God saying, hey, look, when it's all said and done, when everything has come upon you as an Israelite, the blessings and the curses. Well, brother, are we cursed right now? Yeah. Aren't we scattered to all these different nations on the planet? We are. Brother, if I asked you, who are we before the 1600s? Do you know? No. Most of us don't know. The Bible says that we would discontinue from our heritage. Like, I can't go back 20 generations on my father's side. I don't know who they are. And neither can you. You could barely go back 3. If you go back too far, you run into a white man with a whip. Slavery. Go ahead and keep going.
And shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will return thy captivity, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee.
So the Most High God through Moses is saying, after the blessing and the curses have come upon us, and we remember who we are, and we start keeping the commandments, and we return to our God, then he's going to gather us and take us back to Israel, back to our homeland, and put us on top of all the nations. Now you see why the Messiah is returning. And now you see who the Messiah is coming to gather, because these are the people that Jesus Christ is coming to save. Now you understand why everybody doesn't need to be saved. Because we didn't whip ourselves. We got whipped by the nations. We didn't enslave ourselves. They enslaved us. We have to be saved out of the hands of our enemies. And our enemies are still on our neck, KT. And until this fully comes to pass, we will never be free of all of the rape, robbery, and murder that they do to us. Never. So if I ask you, brother, where's the land of black at? There isn't one. There isn't one. Yeah, what's our language? What's our flag look like? What's our system of governance like? I can tell you what our system of governance is. This is our book. The Bible is our book. What if I told you God didn't say any of these things to anybody else but his own people? We can prove that, brother. Are you around this area often? Can you be back here on Saturday at about 3:30? We'll be back next week, brother. No, you good? You good? No, you good. God bless. And Mr. KT, before you go, I need to make sure you got one of these. I'm gonna get you a brand new one, so bring this one back, okay? I got you. But next Saturday at 3:30, I'll be here. I'll have a Bible for you, all right, brother? All right, brother. God bless you, man. All praises to the Most High God.
Israelites and what's the Edomites?
Edomites. Yes, sir. So-called white man. All right, brother. Be safe, man. God bless you. That's what we out here for, y'all. To make sure our people know that you're beloved of God, man. See, again, man, everybody think, man, you ain't speaking to like 10,000 people. The angels in heaven rejoice over one sinner.
That's right.
That comes to repentance, man.
That's right.
So you niggas who think we getting merit badges because 2,000 people stopped, you got the wrong idea about this shit, man.
I got 10,000 followers.
For real, man. When the Most High God let it be known, he got 7,000 prophets they ain't bowed the knee to Baal, man. You know what I'm saying? He could raise up another prophet if you think that you're too good to just get one here, two here, one here, two here. If you think you too good to come out here and preach to the wind, the Most High God gonna replace your ass, man. But y'all, we gonna get up out of here. Give me that Revelations 22 and 14 through 15, and we gonna sign out. Oh, praise.
Yes, sir. Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
All praises. So we gonna go ahead and sign out by saying, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasharala,
Kwam Yasharala,
and Bawath Lababal.
Bawath Lababal.
All praises. All right, y'all. All praises. Shalom.